disorder, and my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be in whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral disorder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny, I'm a badass.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry. The Atonement arc. Here with David and Kayla as usual. Thank you for joining me. We're going through shit.
No problem. Hi, I'm Kayla.
David.
And, yeah, we are continuing down the second of the... Yeah. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. I can't. I'm just...
You say that every time, and then you end up talking about it.
Well, just because you fucking laughed that time for, I don't know why.
There's an awkward pause, and then you're like, so yeah.
So yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're oops, I hit my microphone. So we're going to be playing through what is it? What are we at now? Like chapter I literally just
9?
saw this.
10?
No, I think it was before then. Actually.
Yeah, we can just
Oh,
check the save
shit, we
state.
are in
Into
chapter 10.
9.
God damn. Holy
I
shit.
was right, thank you.
You're right. So we've been following Rena. This is technically the answer arc to the very first question arc that we ever played, where Keiichi went crazy and murdered people, but now in this one, Rena is going crazy and murdering people. Or technically she murdered people and now she's going crazy, but I don't know. I mean, she was totally justified, I think, at least in the first one.
Well, no, technically
The
she was
first one
crazy.
was literally
and murdered
self-defense.
people,
Yeah,
and
it was
then got crazy
self-defense.
again.
And technically she didn't even murder her. Like, she was running away and then fell and broke her fucking neck. So...
Well, the first one. The second
Yeah,
one
the second one was totally
straight on
murder. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was premeditated.
But I'd like to think she just saves the Toko.
Oh, totally.
So, yeah.
She probably saved Satoko from some like bad shit.
Mm-hmm.
We support this.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Fuck Tepe Hojo.
What we learned so far, yeah, Rena murdered a couple people, dismembered the bodies, was going to put them away in the mountains, and was found out by all of her friends by accident. So after telling the story, they all seemed to band together behind her and helped hide the fucking bodies, because you ride or die in this club. Excuse you. Quite literally. And then... she was starting to get paranoid, and people were following her, or like Keiichi was finding out that they're from the fucking flat. They're like gardeners, and like Rena is missing pieces of conversation and filling them in herself with her paranoia, and
Oh
shit's
yeah,
happening.
that was fucked up.
Yep. So her text is steadily getting different. So,
Oh, right. She's going literally insane.
Oh yeah. We even
And
get
we
to
found
watch her the color of her text slowly change.
Mm-hmm.
yep, and she's been reading Mio's fucking scrapbooks and
Oh,
got a
creepy
whole thing about
girlfriend,
parasites. Yep, creepy girlfriend's parasite theory.
Yeah.
Um,
Gotcha. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and Mion thinks it's just like a weird theory because she has a shit ton of them. I was telling people about aliens and stuff. So Keiichi wants to trust his friends, but also he's not trusting Rena now, which is the hard part.
Well, Rena is going very insane
It's
very
true.
quickly.
It's true.
And it's very hard to tell at
Is
some
it really
points
going,
what
or is she
corroborates her
ending?
and what isn't.
That's true. Yeah, I guess we're going to steadily find out. So, let us continue. Hoping you're better now. I still got the lingering cough, but it's not so bad that I figured I need a icy coon. But I'm trying my best. It's not as bad as it has been. But good to see you. Welcome. All right. Should I start narration on this one since you're tired, Kayla, or do you want to?
I don't care. I'm fine. But you can if you want to.
We'll probably get Rena's POV on this, so I'll narrate then for a bit. They were mowing the grass near the fence, which was probably a cover to monitor the surroundings. Just in case I tried to escape from the school. But they must have been thinking that would happen only after the school was over. All right, yeah, Rena is going full on, like, fucking
Oh yeah.
Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, because the guys came and she thinks they're there to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very good.
The secret people from the Sonozaki family.
Who are actually probably gardeners.
More than likely, yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. They seemed to have no idea that I'd already noticed their plan and was trying to run away right at that very moment. I couldn't use the front gate since he'd find me easily. I moved behind the school building, made sure nobody was around the curry garden, ran through it, and dashed into the forest. I also love that they have a fucking curry garden, because of course Chie-sensei has made everyone make a curry garden.
Of course.
I walked through the dense undergrowth, stepping on dead wood and climbing over fallen trees. After walking through the forest for a while, I came to a small road. I know many back roads in this village because of our club activities, and that knowledge had finally come in handy. That's not a gardener, that's a plant. Hey, I get it! So what should I do now? I'm sure the girl already passed on my message to Chie-sensei. Those men must be going crazy by now, knowing that I ran away. Did anyone else talk to Ryugu-san before she left school? Everybody in the class looked at each other and shook their heads. Chie-sensei looked a bit upset that Rena had left school early without telling her in person. Rena-san has been feeling sick these days.
Oh, she's back to meeping.
Yep.
She left her bag here. What happened to her?
I have a bad feeling about this.
So I'm gonna
Smart.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What? I think I know what's going on. I'm not sure, but I have a very bad feeling about this. She must have taken another ridiculous story seriously or something. I hope she won't do anything crazy.
You say yes, she's murdered people.
Yep. I hurried home. My father might be at his new job, or he might have gone shopping. He wasn't around when I got here. Now that they're on the move, I'm no longer safe in my house. They're very dangerous people. They've trained to be capable of attacking the Ministry of Construction, and they actually pulled off the kidnapping of the grandson of the minister. Locked doors and windows don't mean anything to them. In fact, it'd be like I was hiding in a box, which they could just open up and get at me. I can no longer stay in my home. It's very sad and very frustrating. I killed Rina and Tepe, and finally regained a peaceful life with my father. How could this happen to me? I remembered what Keiichi-kun told me before. It expressed my feelings better than anything.
Creepy-san left us a huge parting gift.
Why did she give me those terrifying scrapbooks? Why did she tell me the secret of the unthinkable conspiracy? She got me into this. I didn't do anything. It's all Mio. It's all Creepy-san's fault. But who was interested in her stories? I was. Who let her continue talking? I did. I did that out of curiosity. Who let the memories of Ibaraki return and told Creepy-san about them? I did. I depended on Creepy-san, hoping that she could somehow save me from the memories I'd been trying to forget. I shouldn't have remembered anything about that bizarre incident. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have gotten involved in that unthinkable conspiracy, and I could have just played around with my friends today. But even if I didn't know about the conspiracy, it'd still continue behind the scenes. I would have been one member of the mob running into panic, not knowing what's going on the day of Oyashiro-sama's revival. I would have been just swallowed up in the conspiracy anyway. Would I be happier if I faced that day without knowing anything? Would I be happier if I struggled, knowing about it, but ending up swallowed by it? If I'm going to end up in the same way no matter what I choose to do, I'll fight. I'll choose to fight. Because that's how I seized my happiness before. When Rina invaded my home, seducing my father, I felt like it was the end of the world. I lived on the verge of despair every day. I thought that was the worst misfortune that could befall anyone. But the way things are going, it wasn't really that bad at all. I had only 2 enemies, Rina Mamiya and Teppei Hojo. I knew my enemies, and I knew how many they were. I lured them out one by one, and I attacked them in the dark. It was a very easy problem to solve. But what about this one? I don't know who my enemies are, and I don't know how many or how strong they are. Even the people I once trusted might be my enemies. I can't possibly be sure. It's totally different than the previous problem. This might be the end of the world. This time, it really was the worst thing that could possibly happen. But is that really the case? With Rina, I felt like it was the end of the world, but no longer think that it was that bad. So this might turn out to be an easy problem to solve in the end, and I might be able to laugh about it someday. I know that day will come. I know it for sure. So I shouldn't think that this is the end of the world. Let's fight. I can fight. I can still struggle. I'd eat grass and drink mud if I needed to. I'm going to bet on this 1% chance, even though it's unbelievably small. If Creepy-san didn't leave me the scrapbooks, I wouldn't even have been able to sit at the table to bet. I was lucky that I received the scrapbooks because they gave me the chance to choose my future. If I don't fight, they'll spread the terrible parasite, and this village will face a great disaster. According to the legend, when the demons first came out of the swamp, people became demons right after being infected. And it happened while they were inside the village. These days, symptoms appear only when infected people leave the village, but that only applies to the later, weak parasite. The original parasite can reenact the curse of Oyashiro-sama even when the infected are in the village. The legend of Oyashiro-sama will be reborn. Humans and demons will start killing each other, and Oyashiro-sama will come down to pacify the disaster. That's what they want! They want people to prostrate themselves before that miracle, and only the people who truly worship Oyashiro-sama will be saved. I see. I know their true intention now. They're going to reenact the legend of Oyashiro-sama. After all, the villagers always say that Rika-chan is his incarnation. The stage is all set. They're going to use the parasite as a curse.
Tell me you're not going to murder Rika, Rena.
No.
Please tell me you're not about to murder Rika.
No.
So, how are they going to make it look like Oyashiro-sama came down to pacify everyone? I get it. They must have some kind of medicine, a specific cure for the parasite. When they recreated the stronger form of the parasite, they found the cure at the same time. They're going to use this cure to save only those people who believe in Oyashiro-sama, and as a result, this village will only have those fervent believers. They're going to make themselves the absolute rulers of Hinamizawa.
Oh my god.
Wait, I still might be underestimating them. Are they going to carry out the horrifying act of bioterrorism only inside Hinamizawa? History proves that when their goal is to control others, people desire to spread their religion across a wide area. I'm sure that they conducted research not only to bring back the primitive form of the parasite, but also to overcome its weakness, namely, that it only thrives in Hinamizawa. According to Creepy-san's research, the parasite doesn't like its host to be far from the region. Its weakness is distance. If they could extend the distance, if they could extend the area where it can live, I wonder how far along their research is. By now, the parasite might be able to live not only in Hinamizawa, but Okonomiya as well. Or maybe even in the city? Maybe the whole prefecture? It might be able to cover nearby prefectures as well. This is too serious to just call a conspiracy. It's horrifying enough and its scale large enough to call it a revolution. The day of revival is probably not far off. I can tell by how they killed Creepy-san and by the extent of the pressure they're putting on me. They're trying to get rid of the small fishbone stuck in their throat by any means, because that day is coming ever closer. I'm the only one who can stand up against the revolution. I can't trust anybody. I think I can trust Keiichi-kun, but no one else. Mi-chan is out of the question. I can't trust Rika-chan either. Satoko-chan and Rika-chan stick together like super glue, so I can't trust Satoko-chan either. I can't trust any adults. I can't trust anybody. No one is on my side. I have to stand up against them alone. The clock is ticking towards that day, and the ticking noise made me frustrated. How should I fight against them? What should I do? I needed time to think. I needed a place, a safe area where I could concentrate on thinking. Fortunately, I had such an area already. My hideout at the garbage dump. Nobody ever goes there, so it's safe. Even if they found out about that place, I'm familiar with its surroundings. I know escape routes and places where I can hide. But it has a big shortcoming as a hiding place. It's not hard to imagine what that is. I don't have any stock of food there. That's why I came home. I opened one of my father's drawers and took out his cash box. The contents haven't changed since the last time I looked inside. There were many new 10,000 yen bills in the cash box. I took them all. I couldn't tell how many bills there actually were, but it looked like about 80 of them. This should be plenty. If I evaded them long enough to use all this money, that would mean that I did pretty well. Plus, I might use it to buy someone off. You can never have too much money, especially in a situation like this. I didn't take the bank book. If they were waiting in ambush at the bank, I'd be done for. It's too risky to withdraw money at the bank. I grabbed my backpack. I took the key from my bicycle. I put everything I think would be convenient to have in the backpack. I didn't care if it got heavy. I'd choose what was necessary to carry around later in my hideout. If there ended up being something I didn't need, I could leave it there. I looked at the clock. It had been 30 minutes since I came home. I stayed here too long. I rushed out of the house. I went to a small convenience store and bought as much sweetbread and canned food as I could fit in my backpack. Sweetbread. An old lady was at the register. Probably suffering from dementia. She showed no interest in the extraordinary amount of food I was buying.
What?
Wow, damn. Yeah. As soon as the manager of the store checked the sales that night, you find out. That idea didn't bother me because I can no longer walk around the village in daylight anyway. My backpack was full and the cans hurt my back as I walked. But that didn't bother me either. I got to my hideout, still carrying the heavy backpack. I organized the stuff I bought. It was very heavy to carry, but now I had sufficient food. The abandoned construction office still has the running water, so I could get some from there. I wanted to get some vegetables, but in a situation like this, I could hardly complain. Ah, yes, the running water in the abandoned thing. The running water full of the parasites. After I organized things, I took out the scrapbooks I hid here and put my brain into top gear, flipping through the pages. So now what? How am I going to stand up against this gigantic conspiracy? I needed to calm down, stay cool, but also to think fast. There might not be a lot of time, so I'd have to hurry, but I don't know what to do. It's easy to run into school in the morning when I oversleep. It's easy because I know where I should go. But now I don't know where I should go to or what I should do. Now that I've come to this point, I should tell ACAB everything. It's highly likely that he's an enemy. But that doesn't matter anymore. If it was true, I'd just declare war. But if he was on my side, he'd be my only remaining hope. I'm far too weak to stand alone against the terrifying scale of this conspiracy poised to instill fear throughout Japan. I'd have to use a public phone to make the phone call. There's only one public phone in this village that stands at a place where it's hard for people to spot you. That phone booth. It stands in the middle of nowhere where nobody really comes around. Many bugs gather around the light when it gets dark, and it's not a pleasant place to go to. But I can't think of any other public phones I can use to contact ACAB-san without being seen. Even though it stands in the middle of nowhere, it's still dangerous to use in the daylight. I should wait until nightfall and take advantage of the darkness. I heard that ACAB-san has been holed up in the station since Creepy-san's murder case, so I should be able to reach him any time. I have the number for the direct line to his office, too. The sky was still bright. Even though I had no time, I still had to wait for it to get dark. Frustrated, I glared at the sunset. I should find something to do. I couldn't waste any time that I had, so there must be something to do. After I thought about what I could do, I found there was something I wanted to confirm. Something I've been worried about. I couldn't do anything else before it got dark anyway. Staying here doing nothing would just make me more frustrated. I made my decision and left the hideout. Do you want to read for a bit, somebody?
Sure.
Cool.
Rena's father paced up and down restlessly in front of his house. A bicycle appeared, its rider ringing the bell. Police officer, here, over here! A police officer from the Hanamizawa police station had shown up. Having rushed to get there, he was breathing hard. I hope you didn't wait too long. Please tell me what happened. I know I locked the door before I left, but when I came back, the door was left open, and he let the police officer into the house.
Is that Rena's father, I assume?
I have no idea.
They're at Rena's house, so...
Yeah.
No,
I
he says
figure it
Rena's
must
father
be.
waved down the police officer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, but this is Keiichi's perspective, so it's unclear.
I guess
if
it's
him
not
or
it's
Rena's
not
dad.
Keiichi's perspective in this case. It's
It's just
Just
general
nobody's.
perspective.
Okay. And look, my cash box was left open in my room. Is this how you found it? You didn't touch anything? I didn't touch the cash box itself because I thought they might have left fingerprints. I did touch the contents a little bit to check what was missing. And what did they take? They didn't take my bank books or my personal seal, but they took the cash. They didn't take your bank books or your personal seal, huh? You were lucky. Professional thieves today don't take bank books because they know how easily they can get caught by using them. This might be a professional cat burglar. Instead of taking the cash box with him, he opened it here. He has to be a pro. So how much cash was in there? I haven't counted it for a long time, but I believe there were about 110,000 yen bills. Ah, I see. Did you tell anybody that you had that much cash in here? No, I didn't. But they probably knew I kept some cash in the house. They? Who are they? Can you tell me more about them? Oh, I have a screaming cat in the background. Sorry.
fine.
Well, it's kind of an embarrassing story. Her name is Rina Mamiya, and... Just then, the phone rang. Oh, excuse me. I'll just go get that. Please give me a minute. He grabbed the phone. Hello, this is the Ryugu residence.
No, here we go.
Ah, hello. This is my Bara. Is Rena there? Jesus Christ,
Uh-oh.
baby cat. Calm down. No, she hasn't come back from school yet. I can hear her through my headphones, which means she's being real fucking loud. She hasn't. I'm very sorry, but I'm in the middle of something right now. Can you call back later? I'm sorry. Bye.
Yikes.
He hung up after that.
Ooh.
Montage.
Oh. Oh, no. Look at
Is
this.
this darker?
This is darker. This is more red.
Yeah.
Ooh,
it is.
yike.
Do you want to go a bit, Kayla?
Sure. I was stunned. Didn't look like anything had changed on the surface. It was hard to find this place at all because it perfectly blends in with the surroundings. I only found this place again because I remembered there was a tree with a big lump of wood on it nearby. The spot where I buried the corpse was perfectly camouflaged as if nothing had happened. That's why, at first, I thought I came to the wrong place. But I can make certain once I stick a shovel in the ground.
Why?
I should be able to tell right away whether this place was dug up before or not. After several false starts, I found the exact spot where I buried the corpses.
Why?
But the biggest problem of all is
Oh.
that there are no bags in there at all.
Uh-oh.
Why? How come? Did I bury them deeper than this? No, I didn't. I remember exactly how deep I buried them. I know I didn't bury them deeper than this. I wasn't expecting this. I came here to check the corpses. I just wanted to do that to kill some time. I didn't want to stay in my hideout doing nothing, so I came here to check if the corpses I buried were still there. I'd made sure that they were still here, and I'd feel relieved. It was supposed to go like that. This was such an unexpected turn of events that I broke out in a cold sweat. What's going on? What's going on? I don't need to calm down to think about what happened. Corpses can't come back to life and crawl out of the ground. Somebody must have dug them out. Who did it? For what purpose? Did anyone happen to see us burying the corpses here, and did they dig them out after we left? What if they handed them over to the police? No, it can't be. It's been quite a while since that day we buried them here. It was before the Watanagashi festival. So if the police did find the corpses, when ACAB contacted me, he had to know about Rina and Tepe. But he didn't tell me about them. I don't think he was hiding anything on purpose either. So that means the police didn't know about Rina and Tepe yet. Then why are the corpses gone? That would leave only one answer. Who knows about this place? One of us came back here, dug out the bags, and took them away. First person who comes to mind is Mion. I mean, the Sonozaki family. But I can't think of a reason why they would do that. The murder of Rina and Tepe has nothing to do with them. I'm sure they don't want to get involved either, let alone be falsely accused. So they must want to stay as far away from this case as possible. Why would they want to keep the corpses? It's like keeping a joker even though you lose if you have the joker by the end of the game. If it was me, Chan, what would I do? What would I do if I was club president? The joker is a card that you want to get rid of, at least in the game I mentioned earlier. It becomes the most powerful card in other games. What kind of game would that be? An electric shock ran through my spine. At the same time I realized it. They were one step ahead of me.
Oh no. They're one step ahead of me.
Only one step for sure. The Sonozaki family got the corpses to use them as the Joker, as a wild card. They're trying to use them to sell me out to the police. The Sonozaki family is trying to kill me using their death squad, but they want to have insurance just in case they fail. The thing they're afraid of the most is that I might work together with the police. If they can prevent that from happening, I'd have no one to work with. If that happens, I can no longer run away from them. I'd still be a fish in their pond. They're going to use the corpses to sell me out to the police for the murder of Rina and Tepe. If the police started to see me as a suspect, they'd never listen to my story. They could have been my last hope, but this will certainly turn them against me.
Okay, Rena.
But I'm sure the Sonozaki family doesn't want to use their Joker unless it's absolutely necessary. After all, Mion Sonozaki helped bury the corpses. Plus, they don't want the police to hover around Hinamizawa when the day of revival is so close. I'm gonna call ACAP tonight, and I'm gonna ask him for help. I'm gonna tell him everything, including the things I haven't even told Kichi-kun. I don't know if ACAB will believe me. This is a gamble. My chances of winning are very small. Plus, my worst enemy has the Joker. The bags with the corpses inside.
You know that? I am 4 parallel universes ahead of you, meme. That's what Rena thinks the Sonozakis are right now.
Playing 8D chess.
I'm impressed with Mion. That's just what I expect from the leader of our club.
Oh,
This
my
is a battle that I'm betting my life on.
Jesus,
But to
Retta.
Mion, this is a board game. 8D chess, if you will. Taking place across Hinamizawa itself.
Mhm.
I grinned, repeating to myself that it's just a game. I put my life on the line for every club activity we do. Because I don't want to suffer the punishment. This time, that's become the literal truth. There can be only one reason that they're trying so hard to drive me into a corner. It's because they're afraid of me, a 14-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
I assumed that I was just a little girl with no power, running around in confusion. You are. But my enemy must not think that way. If they didn't think I was a threat to them, they wouldn't take risks like this to drive me into a corner. Oh dear. Oh dear. That means the scrapbooks Creepson left me must be way more dangerous to them than I think they are. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they're literally writings of a madwoman. I
Maybe?
see. They have a Joker. But so do I. The Joker I have is so deadly and so powerful that it can break their plot into pieces. That's why they're so eager to find me. A quartermaster really can bite a cat. I felt my fear toward my enemy fade away all of a sudden. Just as I feared them, so do they fear me, too. So, this is an evenly matched game. I don't have a bad hand as I thought I did. I was right to come here. I found out about the card. My enemy
Oop. That's weird.
was holding. This is a big deal. I felt myself shiver with excitement. I grinned to encourage myself. I don't need to be here any longer. They know this place. They may come here to find me. It's not safe for me to stay here for long. I decided to go back to my hideout, where hopefully Keiichi will be. On my way back, I passed close to my house. I noticed something oh god. I noticed something different right away. I hid behind a bush and looked at the front gate of my house. My father was talking to a police officer. I strained to catch their conversation.
Yes, she usually parks it there.
Father pointed to the place where I usually park my bicycle.
Okay. Please let us know whenever your daughter comes back. We'll try to find her as well.
God
Michan,
damn.
you're good. Did you already play your Joker?
This.
Mion always starts a battle by attacking without hesitation and wins.
So yeah, these are the chapters where I am straining very hard to not, cause pet peeve trope. Ugh. Kicking my ass.
Seems like the police are already on after me. My chance of being able to explain the conspiracy to ACAB was already small, but this makes it even smaller. No. That's why I'm going to talk to ACAB. He sees the Sonozaki family as his enemy, and he's trying to expose everything about them before his retirement. That's why he'll be on my side. He's not going to fall for their trick. Of course, there's a very high possibility that everything was part of their trap from the very beginning. It's possible that he claimed the Sonozaki family was his enemy in order to make me believe that he's on my side. But the Joker is actually giving me hope. If ACAB is one of them, it would be too early to play the Joker. ACAB isn't one of them. That's why they got the Joker. They can play it before I go to the police. Now wait. That might be a trick to make me think that way in order to make me trust ACAB.
Oh god.
When Mion gives me two choices to choose from, it's usually much better to choose the one I like without thinking too much. Mion, after all, likes to guess people's intentions in order to confuse them. So when you already think about a choice too much, you're already in her trap. I'm going to do as I planned. I'm going to call ACAB after it gets dark. If he's going to become my ally, we could talk about the future. And if he isn't, that, I realized, was what I had to think about before it got dark. Oh my word.
Da da da.
Oh, half chapter break already.
Yup. True.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, I'm doing some bad photoshopping in the background.
Yes, certainly.
ACAB?
I think it might be a cab.
No, don't worry about. Yeah, I think it's a cab. Don't worry about calling so late. I don't get paid overtime, but I'm on duty as long as I'm here.
I started the conversation with an ordinary greeting to try and gauge his reaction. There's a 50-50 chance that ACAB is one of them. If he's their pawn, he'd either lure me out somewhere so he can arrest me, or he ask me where the scrapbooks are. But even if he didn't, that wouldn't prove anything. It's going to be difficult to determine if he's on my side or not. And I'll have to tell him about the scrapbooks, no matter what. My heart's beating very fast. Even if I was sure that ACAB isn't their pawn, I'd still have to make him believe such a crazy story. And I had to do that over the phone. Wearing wouldn't do anything for me. This I know, a gamble. A gamble. I have but a small chance of winning. If I didn't put my chips on the table, the game wouldn't even start. I told you a little bit about this before, but I think somebody is following me.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. I wasn't sure before. I thought it was just my imagination, but things have changed over the past few days, and now I'm certain.
What do you mean things have changed?
A few cars have been following me. One of them is a white van with 4 men in it. They disguise themselves as gardeners, but they're actually attack units.
Attack units? You mean the Sonozaki family's death squad?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's them. They came to my school today. I managed to escape from them in time, but it was very close.
But why would they do that? Do you think you're trying to sniff out their connect? Do they think you're trying to sniff out their connection to a photographer's son's murder?
ACAB hasn't mentioned the scrapbooks yet. It sounded rather unnatural to beat around the bush like that by mentioning photographer's son's murder. But as I haven't told him about the scrapbooks, it could be a legitimate reaction. To tell you the truth, I just heard some bad news. I wanted to confirm it a bit more before letting you know,
this might be
but...
a cab?
Oh.
Wait.
To tell you the truth, I just heard some bad news. I wanted to confirm it a bit more before letting you know, but we did promise to share new information with each other. So this is what I heard. It seems like the Sonozaki Corps and Okinomiya are on the move.
Are you talking about the Sonosaki Corpse?
Oh yeah, they're Forester Corps. They're out there planting new trees and shit.
Trees.
Yes, you might find it a bit of a shock. They ordered their greenhorns to find a certain person. Oh yeah, those greenhorns out there looking for
A certain person?
deforestors.
My heart stopped for a moment upon hearing that. Are they?
It's hard to believe, but you're the person they're looking for. They're trying to find you. I just got this information, so I don't know the reason why, but they're mentioning your name.
So, You believe my story that my life is in danger?
Yes,
Oh my god.
it matches with my information perfectly. Ryugu-san, what's going on? Do you have any idea?
What they're really looking for are the scrapbooks I have. They want to know where they are and they believe I'm hiding them. You are. They must be thinking that I'll be able to hide the information in my scrapbooks forever if they succeed in shutting my mouth. I couldn't tell ACAB about that yet. I answered his question by asking him a question. What about you, ACAB-san? Do you have any idea? I can't think of anything.
No, I'm afraid I don't. It's hard to believe that the Sonozaki Corps are using their resources to capture an individual like you. But it's true. Came from a reliable source.
It might be the Sonozaki family who were after me, not just the Sonozaki Corps.
It's very unusual for them to take action like this. They only do this when one of their people runs away with their money or something like that. It's usually about some kind of trouble within the group. They've never done things like this to an honest person like you. Ha 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 ha!
Well, I'm honored to be the very first one. But I need you to do something other than tell me that they've never done this before.
I understand, Ryugu-san. Please calm down. Isn't it your turn to tell me something now?
What do you mean?
Like I said, the Sonozaki Corps don't take action like this often. They might be under some kind of misunderstanding, but still, it's very unusual that they would do something like this. Are you sure you have no idea? You could have gotten them confused about something without you knowing it. My guess is that you sniffed around the Sonozaki family and found out about a secret of theirs, or they think you did. Can't leave them immobilized like that by doing nothing. What you did must have been obvious to them. You sure you have no idea?
Is he my ally or my enemy? I still can't figure it out. This is it. Make your decision, Rena Ryugu. Maybe they're after me because I have Creepy Son's scrapbooks.
Creepy son? Creepy girlfriend? Or scrapbooks? What do you mean?
If he was my enemy, he wouldn't be able to hide his excitement. But his voice remained steady, and it didn't sound unusual when he said the word scrapbooks. Well, I met Creepy-san at the library a few days before she was murdered. We talked and got along well, so she let me borrow some of her scrapbooks, in which she wrote about her studies.
Scrapbooks? Or studies?
Yes, Creepy-san was studying the history of Hinamizawa. She summed up her findings in those scrapbooks. I think when they killed Creepy-san, they found out that some of her scrapbooks were missing, and also that she gave them to me.
They're after scrapbooks? Riko-san, what in the world are you talking about?
She collected all her research about Hinamizawa and his ancient past as Onogufuchi into these scrapbooks. She wrote about the origin of the Oishiro-sama's cult in them, too.
The origin of the cult of Oyashiro-sama? You mean the story about the man-eating demons?
Yes, in her research, she discovered a very important secret about Oyashiro-sama. The secret was extremely blasphemous for the people who worship him.
I see. Those people, the most devout believers, couldn't accept the results of her research.
ACAB was taking notes. I could hear him writing something while he spoke. killed Creepy-san and they're trying to get at her scrapbooks. They weren't sure that I had them, so they followed me to find out. But I think they changed their plans yesterday. They're now trying to kill anyone who they think is suspicious.
I see. That doesn't sound good at all. I'm going to arrange a security detail for you. Let me take a look at the scrapbooks too. I might be able to find some clues about her murder.
No. I mean, they may have pawns inside the police force. So don't worry about me. I can look after myself. Same with the scrapbooks. They're going to try to destroy them. Even if they were kept at the police station.
You may be right. The Sonozaki Corps is chasing after you because of an order from the head of the Sonozaki family. That means our enemy is the Sonozaki family itself. If so, I'm afraid I really can't guarantee that we don't have a traitor among us.
That's what I'm saying. Please don't worry about me. But I have a favor to ask you. Very important.
Go ahead. What is it?
According to Creepy-san's research, there's a horrifying conspiracy at work in the shadows of Hinamizawa, and it's about to be carried out in the near future.
Conspiracy? What's that about?
I got tense all of a sudden. If I tell him everything, it's gonna sound like a big lie. I should leave out the bizarre sounding parts for now. It'd actually make the story more credible. Fanatical worshippers of Oyashiro-sama are the ones behind the conspiracy. Since the Meiji era, belief in Oyashiro-sama slowly disappeared, so they're trying to revive the majesty of Oyashiro-sama that the people of Onokufuchi once worshipped.
Go on, I'm listening. I'm just writing this down.
According to Creepy-san's research, the origin of the legend of Oyashiro-sama lies in a primitive endemic disease. People feared this endemic disease and called it the curse of Oyashiro-sama. And then someone like a doctor treated the disease, and then was worshipped by the villagers as Oyashiro-sama himself. The village was then under his control.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. Go on.
The endemic disease was caused by a parasite unique to this region, but it became weaker with every generation, and now it doesn't do any harm to people as you can imagine. To them, a harmless endemic disease means no curse of Oyashiro-sama. No curse means no savior. They can't keep the sanctity of Oyashiro-sama like that. And to revive the sanctity of Oyashiro-sama means they have to revive the endemic disease, right?
That's right. They want to recreate the legend of Oyashiro-sama.
Oh no, it's the
What?
other way around. That was the other way around.
Oh.
What?
Wait,
Ow!
wait, what?
What?
Okay.
Wait.
And to revive the sanctity of Oyashiro-sama means they have to revive the endemic disease, right?
That's right.
It's like, this seems
That's-
very excited for Oishi.
That's right. They want to recreate the legend of Oyashiro-sama in order to make Oyashiro-sama a deity again. That's why they're trying to recreate the original parasite, because it can bring back the more powerful strain of the endemic disease. The true intention of the series of mysterious deaths was to test the results of their research, and now they've finally succeeded in enacting the maggot's disease with hot photographer's son. It took them 5 years, but they managed to bring back the parasite back to its original power.
What the hell?
The goal is to spread the parasite using the cure they developed in order to save only those people who believe in Oyashiro-sama and create for them a paradise.
Are you sure it's all true?
The scrapbooks say that most of the residents of Hinamizawa are infected by the parasite. There's medical evidence of its existence too.
Can't believe it. Damn it. That Hagorio is on death's door already. She can't just cross the sticks on her own. This is indiscriminate terrorism. What the hell?
The original parasite could only survive around Hinamizawa. but there's a high probability that they improved it to be able to survive in a wider area. It's going to destroy not only Hinamizawa, but also Okonomiya, or even the entire city, or the entire prefecture.
Damn it. What should we do? Who's behind all this?
I thought they've just been talking about this.
Yeah.
It's the three families. Most likely the Samazaki family is in charge, but I'm not sure if Oyo is the leader or not. I can only refer to them as they. I also have no idea how far this thing reaches.
Do you know where they're doing all this research? I can shut it down.
I don't know. It's not in the scrapbooks either. Do you have any idea?
It must be a big facility to do that kind of research. You can use a garage for remodeling guns or something like that, but when it comes to parasites, I don't think that would be enough.
Creepy-san was a nurse at the Ivan Clinic. Do you think that could be it? I always thought it was a bit too big and fancy for a small village like Hinamizawa.
The Ivan Clinic.
They need a specially designed facility with advanced airtight containment, along with other considerations, to be able to do research on dangerous parasites like this one. It's easy to equate suspicious research with the clinic facilities, but also it sounds too easy and a little cliche. At first I thought they converted part of the clinic into a secret research center, but it also sounds a little too unrealistic. Anyway, I don't know where it is, so please find that out. Can't you just raid every suspicious place at once?
As you know, we need a warrant for that kind of thing. There's a way I can get one even after doing a raid, but I'd need conclusive evidence there was actually the research hub building in question in order to do that.
ACAB is a police officer. If he's going to work as a police officer, he has to follow their rules. But they really are playing bioterrorism. There has to be a reason why they killed Creepy-san so quickly. I think the reason is because their day revival isn't far off.
Okay, I understand. I'll try to do what I can. With an unthinkable plan like this, I'd imagine it'd be difficult to keep all the Sonozaki family members on their side. I'm sure there are some who are secretly against it. I'll try to make contact with those people. Don't worry, I'm very good at things like this.
ACAB laughed to try to cheer me up. I was upset with the work of the police before, but ACAB's positive reaction is very relatable. He's what you might call an outlaw. ACAB's greatest advantage to me is that he doesn't exactly play by the rules. It's very encouraging that he still has that kind of that skill, especially since we have to act both very quickly and without conclusive evidence. The police normally investigate incidents after they happen, but this doesn't work in this case. If this incident actually does occur, it's going to be a big disaster.
Say a great Hinamizawa disaster?
Come on. Too soon. Creepy-san exposed such a horrifying conspiracy. I'm scared.
She met with a very sad end. She was burned in a drum in the mountains of Gifu. I feel very sorry for her. Oh, right, I forgot to tell you something. We found something odd about her death.
Something odd?
Well, at first I thought it had something to do with the case. But after hearing your conspiracy story, it's going to sound like nothing. The crime lab probably just made a mistake.
Please tell me. I want to know. We promised to tell each other everything, didn't we?
Don't mean to hide it, it's just that it might sound like a silly horror story. Ryugu-san, do you remember the night of Watanigashi? After the festival, you and four of your friends talked with the photographer and Creepy, didn't you?
Yes, we did. We just talked to him for a few minutes or so, I think.
Well, we found Creepy Son's dead body that night, but the crime lab in Gifu Prefecture said that she'd been dead for 24 hours when she was found. That doesn't make sense. That's true, she had to be. I fucking knew it! She faked her death! That's true, she had to be dead the night before the festival.
What's that supposed to mean?
Assuming that Rena isn't hallucinating this.
I'm confused. If she was found dead on the night of the Watanagashi, and she'd be dead for 24 hours, that means...
Sure, it means she was already dead on the night of Watanagashi. So the Takano who you saw on that night was a zombie. I got you, didn't I? Well, like I said, I think they just made a mistake.
Felt my brain freezing over. I kept laughing and sounded like a horror story from a summer camp. But actually, the fact that Creepy Son's time of death was off backed her incredulous theories. I didn't mention those one to Akab or Keiichi-kun. If I did, they start to doubt everything else I said. That's how unbelievable this theory is. At any rate, this mismatch with the time of Creepy-san's death means a lot. What irony. Creepy-san came up with a theory, and she proved it correct with her own life. No, not yet. This doesn't prove anything yet. If her theory is true, it might happen again. There's no way. It can't be true. I still can't believe it. But Akab just said it. He said Creepy-san was already dead on the night of the festival. It means that Creepy-san, who was walking arm in arm with Photographer-san on that night, wasn't Creepy-san. Creepy-san was already dead, so that wasn't her. That means she was...
A skinwalker.
Dun, dun, dun!
I felt a new sensation, one I've never felt in my life before. It was an ordinary kind of dread. It was a fear of the truth. No fear is worse than the fear of accepting a truth you don't want to believe. Compared to this fear, the fear of being stalked by a Sonozaki family or being burned alive in an oil drum looks silly. That's how deep of a fear I felt. And I felt it crawling all over my body.
No, not the maggots.
Like maggots.
God damn it. Ryuga-san, please listen to me. I understand you don't trust the police. It's true that the Sonozaki family has control over the entire city. There are some traitors at my station too. But you're in danger. You can trust me. I want you to trust me as an individual person. I can provide shelter for you. It's in a place nobody knows but me. Please trust me.
I don't doubt Akab at this point. I actually think he's very reliable. I would have said yes without a second thought. But the situation drastically changed. If Creepy-san's death backs up this unbelievable truth, I trust Akab. I believe he'll find the enemy and take them down. But I'd rather protect myself on my own than let somebody else do it. If that unbelievable truth is real, then I couldn't trust anybody except myself. No, even myself might appear before me too. Akab-san, thank you very much. Anyway, please find their research center and put a stop to their conspiracy. I'm gonna hide somewhere for a while. I'll call you again. I know it's on the phone too long. I've been using this phone booth with a light in the middle of the darkness. In other words, I've been telling everybody I'm here.
Hello? Hello? She hung up. Oh, she wanted to talk more. He clicked his tongue and put the phone down. Unless somebody else wants to narrate now.
I can do a bit, I guess.
All right.
His junior, Kumagai, rushed into the room. Hey, Kep-san. It's getting really bad now. It's Tatsuyoshi Kasai who gave the Sonozaki Corps the order to find Ren Ryugu.
Ooh. Kasai. Akane Sonozaki's right-hand man?
Tatsuyoshi Kasai was a pretty high-ranking big shot, even among the boss's younger brothers. He used to be the boss of a subordinate branch, but after suffering a bad injury during a gang war, he stepped down. Now he served as the boss's aide. Akane Sonozaki relies especially on him, and as a right-hand man, he's still feared even now. When Kasai moves, other gangs consider it a declaration of war. They fear him very much. He's a warrior among warriors. He's been lying low these days, but he's led countless number of gang wars. He was also the leader of the professional attack squadron that went to the US to receive military training during the dam conflict. They were crazy enough to think of attacking the ministry construction for real.
Looks like it's causing...
It looks like it's causing quite an uproar among our informants. They're saying that Ren Ryugu must have found out some kind of information that's very inconvenient for the Sonozaki Corps.
I'm impressed at how to the point our informants actually are. Still, this is getting serious.
Sato-san thinks it's a tape of Oreo and the Ministry of Construction recorded during their secret negotiations. That's true. It's going to cause quite a few deaths. This is more serious than that, ACAP thought. If her story is true, this is a massive conspiracy. It's going to cause more than quite a few deaths. It might destroy the entire village or even the entire prefecture. This is going to be the biggest terrorist strike in history.
Rena Ryugu is in danger. Goma-chan, arrange an unmarked patrol car to keep watch on her house. As of today, we're going to put Rena Ryugu under protection. She's convinced she's being threatened by the gang. Talk to the section manager later.
Well, actually, Ren Ryugu seems to have run away from home. Police officer confirmed that a lot of money disappeared from her father's cash box. Sounds like she took it and ran away. And I also had a call about a car belonging to the Sonozaki Corps parked in front of her house, too.
What? Why didn't you tell me that sooner? Rena Ryugu is in great danger. She wasn't calling me from her house then. We need to find her right away. Give me a car. Arrest the people parked in front of her house. Get some guys over there. They're coming with me.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hi, Shion.
Hey.
What?
What?
Well then.
Renaissance wasn't at home? It's pretty late.
Yes. I waited in front of her house for a while, but she didn't come home.
Maybe she's at a friend's place. She might be at Sis's house with her other friends doing their club activities or whatever. Shion was lying down on the sofa, picturing her sister and her friends fooling around and playing like games like they always did.
I thought so too. So I stopped by Mion-san's house, but Rena-san wasn't there either. Mion-san was worried about her too.
Oh, really? Well, I wonder what happened to her.
She might have been caught by some hoodlum, though that would be unusual. I already told my staff to look for her, just in case.
I don't think that's what happened. She's not as weak as she looks.
Anyway, why did she want to see me?
Kasai took off his jacket. Shion only told him to go see Rena because she heard that Rena had requested to see him in person. Oh, I thought I told you. She said she found something you lost. Rena-san wanted me to give it back to you in person. Or Rena-san wanted to give it back to you in person. Hey, I guess she likes you or something, Star.
Oh, please. Anyway, I hope she's all right.
Right then, the phone rang. Kasai answered it while loosening his tie.
Yes. Yes. I understand. At once.
Kasai sounded very serious, and Shion immediately figured out who he was talking to. Who was it? Was it my father?
Yes. The Sonozaki family has sent out an order to find Rena-san right away and to bring her to the main house.
You mean Oreo gave the order? I wonder what Rena-san did. Will she have to peel off her own fingernails? I hope Oreo goes easy on her. Poor girl.
Oh boy.
God damn.
Rena hasn't come home yet?
No, I heard that Rena ran away from home and she's hiding somewhere.
Hiding somewhere? What do you mean?
Also, I just got this information. It seems like the police are looking for her.
What?
Unmarked patrol cars watching her house right now. It seems like there's several patrol cars looking for her in the village.
Oh. Oh, this is... Oops. This is me on.
Whoops.
Huh.
Stop coughing.
Sorry.
No coughing.
An unmarked patrol car is watching her house right now. It seems like there are several patrol cars looking for her in the village. Uncle Kimiyoshi received a call from the police, too. He was told to use the town network to find out if anybody knows where she is.
Do you think they found the corpses we hid? We hid them deep in the mountains. They couldn't have found them this is a very weird sentence.
It really is.
Couldn't have found them that easily.
Yeah. No, it's 100% impossible. I guarantee you that.
Wow, how can you be so sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I let the Sonozaki family take care of them. They moved the bags to a secret place.
Ooh. Oh no!
Oh
Rena and her
my
friends are
word.
trying to help you!
Yeah.
Oh, no! It's just getting worse!
I know. I hate this trope so much. I hate this trope so much. It's hurting me inside.
This hurts. This just hurts.
Calm down.
Secret place?
Yeah, calm down. Don't worry about it. I heard that there's a major logging project happening this summer on that mountain where we hid the corpses. So I arranged help and took care of it.
I see. You're a very reliable person when you're on my side. You'd be a very scary person to have as an enemy.
I recommend you never underestimate me.
So it's not the corpses they're after. Then why are the police trying to find her?
I don't know, but it seems like many gang members knew that Tepe Hojo and Rina Mamiya were trying to blackmail the Ryugu family. So that might be the reason why the police are after Rena. I don't think they consider her a suspect yet, but they probably want her as a material witness.
It's the same thing! Damn it! Rena finally regained her peaceful life. I'm not gonna let them ruin it. Neon, we need to help her.
Of course! I already told my family in Okonomiya to find her before the police can.
Oh no!
I know.
No!
You can trust the Sonozaki family. They can protect her from the police, 120% guaranteed.
What a
Oh my
fucking
word.
clusterfuck!
I know.
But just finding her first isn't going to solve the problem. We have to do something to clear her of suspicion.
I'll think about that after we found her. We can make as many alibis as she needs and as many witnesses from the alibis as necessary. We have very good lawyers, too. We'll never abandon our friends when they're in trouble.
That's right. We can save Rena. Damn it. I wish I could do more than to depend on you, Mion.
Well, don't worry about it. It's okay to let someone else handle the situation when that person is better at it. This old man will take care of everything. Also, I'll create an alibi to fool the cops watching the whole village. Well, say Rena was spotted near Gogura. The wider the search area, the fewer policemen in one place.
I see. That's a great idea.
This is like nothing to us.
I'm sure this won't
Yeah.
bite us in the ass.
Yeah, this is like nothing to us. We did more during the damn conflict. I'll protect Rena. And Kei-chan? Rena trusts you more than anybody, so she might come to you. If she does, please protect her. And give me a call right away.
Yeah, we'll do.
Rena's a strong girl. She should be fine. She can overcome this.
Yeah, I think so too.
I hesitated to say something. Rena hadn't been her normal self lately. If she was her normal self, I'd have no doubt that she could overcome this. But Rena is deeply convinced that Creepy Sun's delusions are true. Rena believes the Sonozaki family is behind the conspiracy. I'm not sure if she'd trust the Sonozaki family to protect her.
Don't worry.
Right. Don't worry, I'm a
nope.
friend too. She'll understand once I sit down and talk to her. Just like Kei-chan and I cleared up our misunderstanding. I can do that with her. I still can't believe that you believe such a crazy story, though.
Well, can't believe I did either. It's going to be the most embarrassing thing to ever happen in my life.
I really was deeply convinced until I talked to Mion. Even after the promise of friendship we made, I doubted her. Creepy-san was endowed with magic, and I think the scrapbooks she wrote also carried a spell. The scrapbooks can make people go mad. They're forbidden scrapbooks. Nobody was supposed to read them. Ren is captivated by the power of that magic, even after Creepy-san's death. I have to wake her up. I've got a very bad feeling about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Someone's at the door. Might be the police. I have to go now.
Oh no, it's the other way around.
Oh,
I have to go now.
okay.
I'll tell them that Rena is hiding near Gogora. If they ask you something, just keep telling them you don't know anything.
Okay, got it.
Mion waited for my answer, then hung up the phone. After she hung up, I slowly started to feel like Rena was being consumed by some huge unthinkable fate. It's not only the police I'm worried about, I'm also worried because Rena is ensnared by the power of Creepy-san's magic. I fear that she might be suffering from incredible anxiety. Oh, right. Rena might be hiding in her secret base in the garbage dump. Rena once told me that she used to spend time there when Rina-san was at her house. And she told me that she hid the scrapbooks there, too. If she's hiding there, she must be hungry by now. I should bring her something to eat. I went to the kitchen to look for some junk food. My mother looked confused.
Mom, I'm going to go somewhere, but I'll be right back.
At this time? It's getting late.
It's very important. I promise I'll be right back. And if Rena comes here while I'm gone, let her stay in my room. And if someone calls and asks you if you know where she is, just tell them you don't know and hang up, okay?
My mom looked angry that I was leaving the house at so late an hour, but I rushed out of the house before she could say anything. I grabbed a flashlight from the wall of the garage, got off my bicycle, and sped off into the darkness. The moon looked beautiful, but in a creepy way. I feel like something terrible is going to happen. I don't know what it is, but I know it's coming. Something is going to happen. The moon, seemingly knowing what that something will be, looked like it was laughing at us, pacing back and forth in confusion. Damn it! Laugh all you want! Laugh at this funny story as much as you want. I'm not going to laugh. I'm going to fight. I'm going to smash through whatever fate is waiting for us. Rena, I hope you're there. Maybe my bicycle needs some oil? It was making a lousy noise as I pedaled. Damn it, even my bicycle is laughing at us. End of chapter. Damn.
Oh my word. This trope hurts.
I know, I hate it.
Yeah, this is a rough one.
Yeah, it's killing me.
What a fucking clusterfuck.
Village of the Body Snatchers. You want to do this one, Kayla?
Sure.
Oh, fuck. That's full on fucking red.
Oh no! Wait, did we do the tip?
Fine.
Did we do
That is the tip.
This
Oh,
is
This is the tip.
Okay. Oh no!
I finished talking with ACAP on the phone and soon left the phone booth. I realized something, and a chill ran through my body. I was in the phone booth that stood out tremendously in the dark.
Wait,
Somebody must have seen me.
I kind of hope that this is the phone booth where Keiichi got murdered in the first arc. I don't think it is, but I kind
I'm
of
pretty
hope
sure it is.
I think
Oh,
it is.
There's only
Hilarious.
one that's, like, away from things.
Oh no, Rena's being watched. Oh
I
no.
was certain I was being watched.
Oh no.
I saw glowing eyes staring at me in the dark. It wasn't human. Was it an illusion? No. I knew who they were. They were the ones controlling the three families who ruled Hinamizawa. Its eye level was too low for it to be human, and its outline was vague. I knew from the past records that they were physically frail. The silhouette, which indicated its inhumane appearance, was unbelievably unrealistic, especially its protruding head. One of the scrapbooks I received from Creepy Son described their appearance in detail. Their eyeballs were pure red, like blood. Their body smelled like ammonia. Even though some of them have at some time been captured around the world, all of them melted or disappeared, leaving no trace behind. And the only traces remaining are the marks proving their descent into the earth.
Okay, I'm starting to think that maybe Rena's reading of these notebooks is not entirely accurate.
Mm. Or like we heard from Mion that she had many theories and probably many scrapbooks.
Yeah.
I
This
guess.
is probably the UFO one.
I guess,
Right
yeah.
then, the impossible, unrealistic silhouette took a step closer and got closer and closer toward me, making a realistic noise as it crunched across the gravel. The noise pulled me back to reality.
Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity.
Flint! The atmosphere, Flint! The atmosphere!
I'm sorry.
Don't come closer! You monster! It kept walking towards me! It sounded like it was kicking pebbles everywhere as it walked. It was coming closer and closer. I was scared, so I said the same thing once again. And this time, the glass door of the phone booth I was just in started to rattle and shake. Bang! It made weird sounds as if it was struck by something. I screamed loudly in fear and started running. I ran so hard that it felt like my lungs were about to explode. And then I looked back to find that the thing was no longer chasing me. Is it my imagination? Yes. There's no way it was just my imagination. I definitely heard the sound of gravel being kicked and the phone booth rattling. But I needed to calm down. Right then, I needed to make my heart stop beating so fast. I'd have to fight them eventually. The next time they appeared, I was going to strike back at them. I was going to squash their heads with my big ratchet. I'd protect Hinamizawa. It was my duty to do so. I wouldn't allow them to do whatever they wanted. I saw the lights flickering in my head again.
Lights flickering. Oh, she's
no,
so
no,
cray.
No.
Poor girl, so cray.
100%
no.
cray. All cray.
Ah, damn.
Oh no.
Do you want to do some narration, Kayla? Keep going.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, so red.
Is it brighter than it was a second ago, or is it the same red?
I think it's the same
It
red.
looks same red.
Okay.
Even if I turned on the lights in my hideout, nobody would see it because of the piles of abandoned cars in the way. While I'm aware of that, I decided not to turn it on, just in case.
Actually, y'all, give me one moment. I will be right back. Talk amongst
Okay.
yourselves.
Alrighty, let's talk amongst yourselves.
Why are you having an accent, sir?
I don't know. Yeah. This fucking story. I get why they're
This
doing the
chapter
dramatic.
hurts.
I get why they're doing the dramatic irony thing right now. It's like tragic, right? Because we know that everybody's trying to help Rena, but she's going fucking crazy. It doesn't make it less
Yeah.
annoying, though. Not much less annoying.
No, it doesn't. It's super annoying.
Yeah. I don't know.
Mhm.
What have we even gotten out from this arc that's been, like, useful? Besides the baseline that it might be a disease or parasite.
Rena's actually batshit crazy, and she was
Well, we
in a
always knew
mental
that.
hospital.
We always knew that.
I
We've
mean,
known that
yeah,
Rena
but
had to
like,
stay in a mental hospital before she came to Hinamizawa since like the first arc.
that's true. That's true. That's true. We got the reasons why.
Yeah, I guess. We always kind of knew why too. Because she like attacked some people at her school or some shit, didn't she?
Yeah, but like, we have the reasoning behind why she attacked, basically.
Yes. How fun it has been.
And also how ACAB still really hates the Sozaki family.
Of course he does.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks they're a gang. He's a cop.
True, true.
Okay. So here's the Earth.
Okay.
Pretty sweet Earth, you might say. Wrong. What's up?
Not much. We were just trying to figure out what new information we've gotten so far this arc that's helpful.
Okay, go
To
on,
the
go on.
cause.
And what's that been?
It might be a disease that's actually come up now.
Mhm.
Other than that, Kayla was saying we actually got the information about like why Rena did the things she did.
Mhm.
I have a funny feeling that all the backhanded mentions of the Erie Clinic are going to come back and support this disease thing. And we got our first look into Takano's notebooks.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
Which I know I said would probably have all the answers, but given that we're getting those answers through the definitively crazy eyes of fucking Rena.
Mhm.
Also, Takano definitely faked her own death.
Hmm.
Either that or there's some twin nonsense or some like, or somebody's just got the times wrong on the crime scene reports or something.
Not necessarily, because remember there was a few. I don't know when was it, but when Keiichi went crazy and he didn't go to the festival, but then he did go to the festival.
Oh, we learned what happened there.
Yeah,
Mion did what she did with Keiichi right now with Rena. Everybody backed him up. They were protecting him. So they just pretended that he was there the entire time to protect him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mion basically said that.
I forgot that.
They were all protecting their friend.
Well, like this is different. Like we saw her that night, or well, we montage saw her that night. We've seen her that night several times. I feel like this might have come up. Like her time of death might have come up before, actually.
Yeah, I think like in a tip or something.
Yeah,
or at least in one thing. Yeah,
at some point
it's come up. It's come up in a tip, yes.
But they've kind of more directly pointed like, hey, this is weird. Pay attention to this.
Mm-hmm.
And she's definitely faking her own death. Or there's something hinky about that. I'm betting on her faking her own death. Especially because Gifu's supposed to be kind of far from Yamizawa, isn't it?
I believe so. Or at least there's a lot of mountains, like, they're deep mountains, so.
Yeah, so it'd be hard to get her in there, like, that night. Sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm liking this. Good.
I don't know. What else we got, Kayla?
Yeah, all I got.
Yeah. It's hard to remember everything with how distributed our viewing of this game is at times.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
We're working on it.
It's a bit scary to hide in this quiet place, alone in the dark, holding my breath. I'd have to keep myself busy with something, but my brain won't work properly, and I don't even have the energy to think about what to do from now on. However, I don't have the courage to lie down to sleep and regain my strength either. Every time I heard or I thought I heard a suspicious sound, I'd gasp and stare into the dark. That's all I did all night. I can't believe that Sonozaki family is behind the conspiracy, but I can't do much without solid evidence. For that, he has to locate the facility where they are doing the research on the parasite. We have no idea where it is. I think the Ivy Clinic is still the most likely site, but I have no credible evidence. I really don't think they'll do the research in a place so obvious even I could guess it. They might be using one of the bomb shelters that was built in the war as some sort of secret underground research center. Or torture dungeon, you know. Either or. Now that I've come to think about it, I remember a secret building nobody is allowed. Oh no. Nobody is allowed into on the premises of the Fruit Shrine.
No.
I think it's called the Ritual Storehouse.
Ta-da.
According to Creepystone's research, the Fruit Shrine is the center of the local worship of Oyashiro-sama. The priest keeps the tools for ceremonies in the Ritual Storehouse. One of the ceremonies is the bizarre festival with Tanagashi. And so the shrine storage might be something very sacred. If I remember right, Tanagashi was also a medical ritual designed to vaccine and immunize the people against the all too strong parasites. That means the tools they used for Tanagashi were medical ones. My guess is right, the Ritual Storehouse is the most sacred place in the village, as well as the most appropriate building for the use of medical purposes. It's suspicious. There might be a secret research center in the Ritual Storehouse.
God.
Damn it. Just damn it, God damn it.
God damn it.
The police shouldn't be performing a raid on the Ritual Storehouse, not the Ivan Clinic. Why didn't I think of that when I was talking to ACAB on the phone earlier? I hope ACAB realizes it's the two. Should I go back to the phone booth and tell him about the Ritual Storehouse? When I thought about that, I heard a car coming closer. I held my breath. It's not normal for a car to come here this late at night. I thought about many possible scary scenarios, which made me nervous. After a while, I saw the headlights of a car nearing the former dam construction office. The car must have passed by me and gone to the office. But it's a deserted, empty office building. There's nothing there. It's not a place where people visit this late at night. While I was staring into the dark, the engine of the car stopped, and its headlights were turned off. I could see two flashlights flickering in the darkness. Lights moved into the office building. They must think I'm hiding there. I held my breath and kept watch on their movement. I can't tell who they are, but I bet they're pawns of the Sonozaki family. They know that I ran away from home. They may be looking for me everywhere in the village. Though I needed to conceal my breath, my face started to feel itchy, and the urge to stretch my legs. My own body infuriated me. The humidity made me sweat all over. So the back of my knees and then my neck had been itchy for quite a while. Scratching would make an unbelievably loud noise, so I decided not to scratch anymore. It usually doesn't make any noise when I just scratch some mosquito bites. I'm probably just being nervous and overreacting. It's quite a distance between me and them, and I'm in the dark, holding my breath. They wouldn't even notice even if I sneezed, let alone scratch myself, but I didn't want to make any noises at all. So I tried to forget the itchiness. But after that, I ended up scratching everywhere like mad. I had to live in hiding like this for a while. I don't know how long I can go on when I'm so nervous just on the first night. I need to toughen up more so I can remain placid, even in a situation like this. I forced myself to relax, scratching my neck without hesitation, and tried to cope with the sticky sweat all over my body. Started getting hungry. My stomach growled. That's a good sign, though, since it means I'm starting to relax. I can't eat yet, though. It'd make a lot of noise. I decided to wait until they finished looking for me and went away. Go away. Go away. I can eat if you go away. It seemed like the intentions that I was sending out bore fruit, and they stopped looking around the building. However, I must have concentrated my thoughts too strongly. They were pointing their flashlights in my direction. Did they notice me? Not only that, they were walking towards me. I made my body as small as possible, hid under the blanket, and listened for the footsteps as carefully as I could. All the while, I heard their footsteps coming closer and closer.
Closer.
Since the footsteps are coming straight towards me, they must already know where I am, I think. It's scary.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for the lurk, Daniel. Good to see you.
But there's no way they already know where I am. If they did, they wouldn't have wasted their time looking for me around the office building. And they wouldn't walk as slowly as they did. It's just a coincidence that they're walking in this direction. Since I'm hiding under the blanket, I can't see who they are. I don't know where they're shining their flashlights, so I can't stick out my head from the window to see who they are either. I just have to stay motionless like a rock until I sense they're gone. They stopped when they came near my hideout. I could hear the conversation.
I don't think she's here.
Look somewhere else. You look over there. I could tell by the sound of their footsteps that they went separate ways, that each of them was walking around the piles of trash separately. I made this hideout out of an abandoned car. I just redecorated it. So on the outside, it still looks like nothing other than an abandoned car. But once you look inside, you can instantly tell it's more than that. So if you look inside, I'm done for. It's obvious that they're looking for me. Are they a Sonozaki Corps attack unit? If they find me, I'll be killed for sure. I know all too well that this place is perfect for murdering people. I killed 2 people here myself. If I can do it, it'd be no problem for them because they're real professional killers. Even so, there's nothing I can do right now. I just have to pray that they'll leave here soon. At that time, I heard a slight beeping sound.
Is that Atashi? I can hear you loud and clear. Yes. Gogura? Yes, understood.
What's wrong?
Seems like Ryugu is in Gogura. Somebody saw her there.
Oh man, that's it. We'll never find her now. What are we gonna do now?
It's an order. We have to find her no matter what. We have to bring her to him. It doesn't matter if she's in Sapporo or in Hakata. We have to find her.
It's be possible to find her though. Do we still have to look?
Ryugu has Mio Takano's has creepy girlfriend scrapbooks, and he wants them. He was pretty upset about it, so I'm sure they're worth a lot.
So what are we gonna do?
Seems like he recalled the others, except for the ones who's watching our house. So we should go back to the office too. Let's have some barley tea or something.
God. I heard the footsteps going further, and then I didn't hear them anymore. After a while, I heard the engine of the car starting. I finally got out from under the blanket and looked outside the window. The car made a U-turn and drove away. The sound of the engine faded into the darkness. I heaved a sigh of relief. I scratched at all my itchy mosquito bites, wiped this sticky sweat off my face and neck, and finally allowed myself to cough. I heard the conversation clearly. They're the pawns of the Sonozaki Corps, without a doubt. It matches with what ACAP told me. And they said something very important. They clearly said that they're after the scrapbooks. Up until now, I only assumed that they were chasing me after I had Creepy Son's scrapbooks. I could have forced myself to believe that it was just my assumption.
Rena, no, Rena.
That was the police.
That was the
police. But I said it loud and clear. We need to find Rana Rigu. She has Mio's Creepy's girlfriend's son's scrapbooks. That's what they said.
'Cause you told him.
They also said that they're keeping watch on my house. I'm not surprised. This is exactly what I would do if I were them. I can't go back to my house anymore. It's out of the question. But, in fact, they said something way more important than any of that. They said, Rena Rigu was seen in Gogora. If I was in a normal situation, I'd probably think that somebody saw a look-alike, and I'd laugh out loud. But the situation is different now.
Rena. Rena's thinking of skinwalkers.
Creepy-san was dead, but she was at the festival. I'm here. But I was in Gogora. Totally not, me on lying for your ass, Rena. Creepy-san wrote about her in her scrapbooks. I didn't want to believe it. They're coming closer to me.
God
And I don't mean
God
the
damn it.
family. Something beyond common sense is about to happen. No, it's already happening right now. Should I fight or should I run? I don't even know what I should do anymore. I feel like I'm rooted to the spot. No, no, no! I don't want to be eaten alive. I want to run away if I can't win. If I can't run, I want to fight. I'm going to be happy. I know I am. I'm not going to sit pretty and let them get me. But the enemy Creepy-san told of is in the scrapbook is coming closer to me. They're starting to eat me up. I'm in the garbage dump alone. If I disappear right now without anybody knowing it, the person who was in Gogoro would replace me and start my life. Nobody would notice the change. My father wouldn't notice. My friends wouldn't notice it. It would replace me without anyone noticing it. Wait. Many people close to me have already been replaced already. That's right. So does our family is plotting bioterrorism. That's only part of what they were planning. Mice possessed by them don't need to get scared of cats. As a result, they don't run away. They be eaten by the cats, and they can move into the cat's bodies. Mice are only useful by them for that purpose. It's not that they use the fear of cats in order to help them achieve their purpose. The same thing goes with the Sonozaki family. They think they're doing things by their own will, but they're just helping them without realizing it. This is exactly how they've lived since long ago, being the parasite. We're nothing but a bunch of mice to them. Most mice are stupid. They don't even notice their existence. They have to help them to achieve their purposes. Thinking that they're living their lives by their own will.
And technically, mice and rats are pretty damn smart.
Yeah.
But very rarely a mouse with a wits is born, Flint. Only very rarely, okay? This mouse notices that he's being used, and he notices their existence. But nobody believes him, so it's not a big deal. He starts thinking that it was his mistake, and he gets swallowed by them. Eventually, he disappears. But even more rarely, a mouse appears from nowhere, noticing their existence, and objectively proves it. That mouse was Creepy-san. To them, this mouse was a rare and very dangerous existence. And that's why they resorted to unbelievably bold and violent methods to try and eliminate that mouse when it appeared. I mean, Creepy-san had been going there for years. Hasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
But surprisingly, we knew about those measures. But the stupid mice didn't believe it. They don't notice that they are forcing them to not believe it, and that they're helping them in the end. They killed Creepy-san. And they tried to replace her. But they made a mistake. We found the real corpse of Creepy-san. That's why they failed to replace her. They'll try to kill me and replace me too. Or replace my friends in order to get close to me. They look just like the real people, but they're totally different inside. They're abnormal existence that's beyond our imagination. I know. They'll appear. No. They're already here. It appeared the day after Creepy-san died, and it appeared in Gogora tonight. They'll keep coming. They're openly after me now. They'll keep coming. They'll keep coming. Right then, I heard somebody coming down the slope. I concealed my presence again and looked at the direction where the footsteps were coming
You concealed your presence.
from. Yes.
Oh,
Because I
I
have a
see.
cloak of invisibility, obviously.
That's such a fucking chuny thing to say.
I could see one flashlight. It looks like there's only one person coming now. Who is it this late at night? Its shadow is very small. I could tell it isn't an adult. I felt a chill running through my body. It shined the flashlight toward my hideout. Its footsteps were coming straight towards me. It's different from the other guys earlier. I could tell by the sound of the footsteps that it knows I'm hiding here for sure. No. It must be just a coincidence. I should just conceal myself again. I can make it through this again. I made it through last time. I need to hide. I need to hide!
This is hurting me so much.
Don't worry, it's hurting me as well.
Mm.
And I'm the one saying these words, Flint. Pulled a blanket over myself and made myself as small as possible. I kept telling myself that it was a stone. But the footsteps kept coming closer and closer. And it knocked on my door of my hideout. Opening my eyes wide, I broke out in a nervous sweat. Not wanting to believe the sound I heard was a knock, my mind went completely blank. But it knocked on the door again. I could feel a light shining on the blanket. It might be shining the flashlight on me. But I still held back my fear. As long as I don't move, it can't put a finger on me. I kept telling myself as if I was casting a spell. I tried not to shake in fear. What?
Huh.
I think this is Rena.
It left.
I think it's Keiichi. I think she's having an hallucination, but I think it's Keiichi.
It had laughed at me because I thought I was hiding perfectly, but I still tried. Because if I got out of the blanket... My god.
What are you scared of?
Oh my god. If this is Katie, he's an asshole.
Yeah, he is an asshole.
He is an asshole, we know that.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
you're
true.
right.
I don't know if
We
that's
know this.
actually what he was doing, but...
I threw off the blanket and saw the owner of the voice.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, it's Rika!
What?
Yeah, well, they said it was small, right?
That's true. But I mean, like,
yeah, but
not an adult. Keiichi's not an adult either.
why would Rika? Okay. It is Rika-chan. Now, why is she here? Why'd she come here to see me? I don't understand why she came all the way here alone this late at night. I realized all of a sudden, she looks just like Rika-chan on the outside, but she's not her. It is just copying her appearance. It came to Creepy-san, to me, and to Rika-chan. I decided to talk aggressively on purpose in order to work up the courage before my fear crushed me down. Is that you, Rika-chan? Meep. Who else do I look like? It answers just like the Rika-chan I know. But I know it's not Rika-chan. Rika-chan wouldn't come to a place like this so late at night. I know who you are, and I know you're not Rika-chan. I'm afraid you can't deceive me like you can the others. Even though you look just like her, I know you're not Rika-chan. You're not my friend, Rika Furude. Who are you? Rika looked stunned for a while. She looked as if she didn't understand what I was talking about. But she pretended like that for too long. If she really didn't know what I was talking about, she wouldn't be able to stand in the silence for this long. But she kept quiet. And then, she finally showed her true character. It laughed. It laughed at me because I figured out something that was almost impossible to figure out. That it was not Rika. Who are you? It didn't answer my question. It kept laughing for a while. And then it looked straight into my eyes in a way Rika-chan never did before. And it said this. I've lived for quite a long time, but you're the first one who penetrated my disguise. I always thought you had good intuition, but you're pretty good.
Yup.
She clearly spoke to me of the things that I was most afraid of. I was completely shocked. It's like she told me everything that could possibly scare me. I didn't want to hear any of this. So they can't possibly twist in a way that I can comprehend.
God. Oh,
Let's
no.
just say-
Hi, creepy Rika. Are you gonna explain more of yourself?
Let's just say, I'm Rika for now. It's been a while since I started to call myself that. Oh, really? It's been a while, huh? Like, how long? Not that long. It's only been about 100 years. What? What are you talking
Aggressive
about?
fucking positivity. Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah. That is my brand.
Ah!
Welcome to my brand.
Tommy, thank you so much.
Hey, Flinty, Flint. Guess what? It's been
It's
1.5
been, 1.5 years. Holy
Rivtho
shit.
high, Rivtho love, Rivtho hype, Flint.
Thank
will
you
to have
so,
happy,
so
Flint
much.
will to high, Flint will to love, Flint will to pride, Flint will to feels,
Aw.
Flint will to rip, Flint will to Cortana's blush.
Aw, thank you so much, Tommy. It's good to see you. Thank you very, very much. Holy shit, year and a half. It's been wild, huh? Thank you so, so, so much. Ah, damn, we're getting the creepy shit now.
Creepy
Mhm.
shit.
Creepy shit. Hot damn.
What are you talking about? I'm contradicting myself.
Ah, it's right in my face. Oh no.
I'm sorry, I'm not watching the Twitch right now. What's right in your face, Flint?
Like, take that love
Love.
right to the face.
Love.
I'm being punched with love. Yep.
Yeah, you got
Got
the
him.
love right in your face. Is
Yeah,
that what they're
god
calling
damn
it
it.
now?
Ow. Oh, it's painful. It burns. It burns. fucking beautiful. God damn it. Thank you. Right, so back to the creepiness, shall we?
Yeah, I guess.
You win. You win.
I don't know, Rev. I think you need to do it again.
No, no. Here's
Yeah,
a
I mean, I
cooldown on
missed
that
it the
shit.
first time.
Here's a cooldown on that shit.
Oh, damn.
Oops. Ah, no. I hit the thing.
Wait, I didn't say any of
Sorry,
that.
sorry. There you go.
I know the person who's standing in front of me isn't Rika, but at the same time, I deny its existence. As long as humans hold this kind of emotion, they can never accept an unknown existence. In other words, we can never accept them.
It's like, and you're welcome, Kayla and Dave.
No problem. Thank you.
You don't have to be scared. You're in the car. I'm outside of it. It's not either for either of us to do something to the other.
Easy.
I think this is a perfect distance between us. No matter how long I lived, Rika Furude is still just a little kid. You're still stronger than me. I should be more careful than you, because you could snap and jump on me any time. I realized that this creepy thing that looks just like Rika was only here to talk to me. I felt my tension fade away a little bit. But still, I don't know what she wants to talk to me about at a place like this so late at night. I'm like a fish on a cutting board.
I know, right, Tommy?
There's nothing I can do other than to wait and see what's going to happen. I waited for it to make a move for a while, and then it opened its mouth again. You're afraid of something. Am I right? It used a sarcasm. Rikichan's cute face looked uglier than ever when it smiled. I held back my fear and tried to reply firmly. Yes, thanks to you. So, what are you afraid of? You should know that better than anybody else. It told me earlier that we were safe from each other because one was in the car and the other was standing outside. But it's obvious that I'm the one who's being driven into a corner. While I'm talking to it, I could be getting surrounded by its minions. I got scared and tried to listen to the sounds of my surrounding carefully. Don't be scared. I came to help you. You came to help me? Oh, really? I wonder how you're gonna do that. You're just sick at the moment. You need medicine. That's all. Would you be interested if I told you I brought it along?
Oh no.
Medicine? It puts its hand into a pocket and took out a small case. It opened the case and showed me what was inside. What was in there made me gasp in surprise. A syringe? It's not normal
Oh,
for a person
no.
to carry around a syringe. I have no idea what's going on. But what Rika-chan is holding in her hand is a syringe. There's no way I can twist that fact around. That's right. The contents of the syringe are going to help you get better. It'll help me get better? Huh? I know what that is. It's a drug that killed Hot Photographer's son. It's at its full strength. It'll give me the maggot disease. This is a different drug from the one I used on Hot Photographer.
From the one that was used on Hot Photographer.
Promise. It giggled. It isn't the giggling that scares me. I'm scared that it admitted to the cause of Hot Photographer's death so easily. It also admitted to the direct cause from the maggot disease that Hot Photographer's son died from. know you're gonna kill me in the same way he died. And that the Rena and Gogoro are gonna replace me. Problem solved, right? I'm not gonna let you give me that shot. Well, I knew you would say that. The syringe looks very suspicious, of course. You're smarter than I thought. So what now? Are you gonna gang up on me and give me the shot like you did to Hot Photographer Son? Hot Photographer Son's autopsy report said that he had bruises on his body that proved that he was fighting against several people right before he died. That means they must have ganged up on him to give him the shot against his own will. I'd like to give you the injection by force, but it never really works, so I gave up on doing that. I decided to let you choose to take it for yourself. Are you kidding me? I don't want to take that creepy shot. I thought about it many times. I thought about how I can make you take the injection. I can't force you to take it. I can't make you agree to take it either. Then, it leaves me only one choice. I have to let you choose to take it. You should know my answer already. I'm not going to walk in such an obvious trap. Well, that's what I thought you'd say. I didn't expect you to choose to take it anyway. It heaved a sigh, as if made a gesture as if it is mocking me, and smiled bitterly. It looked as if it was saying that I'm a lower animal that can't understand it's being a chance for salvation. I kind of want to say I'll take the shot on a dare, but I know that's exactly what it is intending to do. Go back to your home and tell your friends that you failed to give me the shot. I'm not going to let you beat me. I'm going to fight to the end. And I'm going to seize the 1% chance of winning. And I'm going to destroy all of you. I see. Then you should try to do that. This world is going to end soon anyway. End soon? It has nothing to do with you. A frog sitting in a well doesn't need to have any interest in the world outside, does it? At this stage of the game, it says something very dubious. I tried hard to understand what this horrifying creature was saying. What are you gonna do to me? Nothing. Do whatever you want. What? It's almost too easy. As far as I know, do whatever you want means ignorance or release when your enemy says it to you. At the very least, it isn't a bad thing. Or does it have another meaning? In that way, I overinterpreted the meaning of the sentence. Then, it said it again. Do whatever you want. I'm not interested in this Rena Ryugu anymore. I'm gonna try and get along with the next Rena Ryugu. I have to pray that the next Rena Ryugu doesn't have such good intuition. I was scared of it. That I gotta be scared of a judge handing down a death sentence. I used to try really hard to fix things every time my little problem occurred. But I got tired of it. I'm not interested in this Hinamizawa anymore. I'm gonna go find the next Hinamizawa. But you only have this one. So, I hope you live as best you can. It was telling me scary things one after the other. This is obviously a warning of Hinamizawa's destruction. It means the climax is coming soon.
What?
They have already prepared another Rena.
Oh, God.
When I lose to this fate, they're going to replace me with their Rena as if nothing happened. They're very well organized. What humans are most afraid of is that their lives lose all value. Your life becomes worthless when you're told that you have a replacement. It's like an indirect death sentence.
God damn it, Rika.
Listen, don't blame Rika. It's fine.
Mm.
It closed the syringe case and put it back into its pocket. It turned around and started climbing up the slope. And at the top, it looked back and spoke without as much of an evil smile. Well, goodbye, this Rena Ryugu. I hope I can get along with the next Rena Ryugu. You shouldn't worry, because I usually do get along with them. I'm not going to let you replace me with the next Rena Ryugu. I'm the only Rena Ryugu. I'm not going to let you do it. Never ever. I wonder if my screaming was reaching it. It looked at me coldly. It looked at me as if I was an image of a past on a TV screen. It's fun to have a conversation like this, and once in a while, huh?
Oh, damn, you have your gate up. That's what was going on. You have your gate up pretty high. Or pretty low, maybe. On your microphone.
No, you expect me to know words.
It means that you have it set where, like, if you go over certain loudness or a certain, like, pitch or something like that, the mic cuts you off. So the loud laughter, like, it just cuts off.
Yikes. I have no idea how to fix that.
On your microphone, like, around the thing, it has something called gate on it, so you might want to turn that up.
Okay.
Or if it's up high, turn it down. I can't remember which was which.
Try that. I have no idea. The laughter gradually disappeared into the darkness. It disappeared into the darkness as well. I was the only one left there. I'm forsaken, and they don't care if I disappear. They told me I shouldn't struggle as much. I should struggle as much as I want because it doesn't matter anyway. They already have the replacement. They don't need me in their Hinamizawa anymore because my intuition is too sharp. When I realized that, I noticed that this garbage dump is a perfect grave for me. Then I realized that this place wouldn't work as a hideout anymore. I better start packing and move somewhere else. It told me to struggle as much as I want. I'm going to do just that, damn it. Damn it! I have to get ready to move out from here. I'm going to put everything back into my backpack. I have to leave here as soon as possible. The light of the flashlight wasn't enough to see by, so I turned the table lamp on. The light made things show up very clearly. When I reached my backpack, I realized something and gasped in surprise. The palm of my hand was covered with an eerie liquid. I thought I wiped off my sticky sweat earlier, but it wasn't my sweat. Then, where did this blood come from? I realized it right away. I was scratching the mosquito bites on my neck earlier, and I scratched them until it bled. When I noticed that, I remember the sensation, a mixture of pain and itchiness. I felt something moving near my wound on my neck, so I scratched at it again to get rid of whatever it was. My hand got sticky and wet with blood again. I can't see what the things are because I don't have a mirror, but I know. They're already spreading throughout my entire body, causing the itchiness on my arms and back of my knees. I'd never experienced this before. I think I got bitten by a bad bug or something. But unfortunately, I already know what's causing this itchiness. Why? Why? I said it with hatred. Why now? Why here? It's maggot disease, without a doubt. If I cut the veins on my arms, the dusky red gross things would flow out. But it's impossible. I didn't get any suspicious shots. But it doesn't have to be a shot. They might have put the drug in my food, and I might have eaten it without noticing. I don't think they put in my food at home, at my house, but I used to share my lunch with my friends at school. They might have put it in my lunches. That Rika who visited me just earlier was shining the flashlight on me. So she knew that I was scratching my neck so hard it bled. Nevertheless, she acted like there was nothing wrong. And she told me that I wouldn't last long. Now I know why she was left me in a sarcastic way. She knew that I wouldn't have much time left. It itches very badly, but I can't scratch. The more I scratch, the itchier it gets. And I'm not going to do the same thing Photographer-san did. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it! The itchiness might not be temporary. It might actually get worse. I don't know if it's going to stop soon or if it's going to last until I die from it. I don't know anything anymore. I just have to endure the itchiness. I wiped the blood from my neck with a towel, clenched my teeth, and tried to erase the desire to scratch out my neck. My wound was throbbing. I wanted to scratch it so badly, but I couldn't do that. I fought back the desire, biting at the end of the towel. I scratched other parts of my body really hard in order to forget about the itchiness on my neck, but it didn't really work. I just prayed for the itchiness to go away, closed my eyes, and fought back the desire. That seemed to be the best way. I let my mind go blank, breathing hard for a while. I felt like the itchiness got a bit better. I took a deep breath and immediately started panicking. Staying here is more dangerous than the itchiness. I have to leave here as soon as possible. I felt about packing my stuff. I felt the end coming closer. The end that Rika told me about earlier. I assumed I could live until the end, but I might have been wrong. I might follow the same path Photographer-san did, or took, way before the end comes. I was sweating like crazy, and it felt so nasty. I know it's not sweat, but I'm going to think that it's sweat for now. I wiped my neck with a towel and hurried to leave.
Towel. I want to wipe my neck with a towel.
I don't like any
now.
of that.
Yeah, nope. It's even worse when I know what's going on.
But I do not.
Exactly. So enjoy that.
Anybody want to take over for me?
Okay. This area has no streetlights, so I was scared to run fast when I could barely see. The moon lit up the sky, but not my steps. The only light I had to see by was my flashlight. The light was very weak. All I could see was the flat gravel road before me. Anything the flashlight couldn't reach was in total darkness. The expression often used in novels, pitch black, wouldn't be inappropriate. I might trip over an empty can or a rock any time. Not wanting to fall, I used the flashlight to its maximum extent to watch my step, and I was still a bit nervous. I started running slower and slower until I was just walking briskly. Did I just stop running because I'm afraid of tripping in the dark? But I usually run around without watching my step during the day. I run around with Rena and Mion all the time. Even if I can see what's underfoot, I don't pay any attention. I don't think I might trip, I just keep running around without a care. Rena might be feeling the same way I am right now. For Rena, the light with which she illuminates the darkness of suspicion is too weak. And the darkness of the delusion she deeply believes in is getting darker and darker. That's why she's scared to even walk on the same road she always used to take. She fell for the contents of those ridiculous scrapbooks. People might laugh at her for that, but those scrapbooks aren't normal. They manipulate the readers' hearts and with evil intent take advantage of their vulnerabilities. That evil intent captured my heart for one night. That's why I know how evil they are. They're just urban legends like the prophecies of Nostradamus or the Purple Mirror. They're a bunch of infeasible lies, and when you hear about them at first, you think they're too stupid to believe. But once you fall for them, it's hard to get them out of your mind for some reason. It'll be the year 1999 in less than 20 years. Oh, God. Everybody knows about the prophecy that the world will come to an end in July of 1999. There are even some TV shows about it, too, which irresponsibly fan people's fears, so some people will take it seriously. Those people think that the prophecy means the outbreak of nuclear war, so some of them are making shelters in their backyards. Some of them are thinking about freezing themselves by 1999 so that they won't be exposed to radiation, only waking up after it's gone. Those people are completely serious about it. When you think about it rationally, it's impossible that there will be an outbreak of nuclear war in 1999. It's true that the Cold War makes us think about the final war that will break out any time, but both powers are actually pointing their nuclear missiles at each other, and they know there's nothing to gain for either of them to start a nuclear war. The Soviets might still do it. The Soviets would destroy the world if it meant eradicating liberalism. But that delusion that the Soviets might do it could be neatly swapped for the way Creepy-san uses the Sonozaki family in her scrapbooks. When people create a large-scale delusion like the prophecies above, they always use the incomprehensible unknown enemies such as the Soviet Union, Nazi Germany, or aliens. And they say something like, you never know, they might do things like that to try and increase the credibility of their delusions without any evidence whatsoever. How the fuck is Keiichi just suddenly a savant when it comes to psychology and like Cold War shit? Holy fuck, Keiichi, are you like...
Because
never been
his
that
crimes
bad.
are on the line.
But like, he's getting into like... he's been to cram school, so he's smart. He really is, but what the fuck? How can he act so stupid sometimes and then be like, oh... What did Creepy-san know about the Sonozaki family? Nothing. All she did was use the history of Onigafuchi and say that the Sonozaki family is still working behind the scenes, plotting a horrifying conspiracy. It's just like one of those large-scale prophecies. It's nothing but just a stupid story like the one about Nazi Germany, which says that Hitler is still alive and lives in an underground complex somewhere on the South Pole, continuing his plot to conquer the world. Rena usually doesn't believe in stupid stories like that. But it was just bad timing, I suppose. It was right after she killed Rina Mamiya in Tepe Hojo and was caught by us. She was in a state of panic when she heard the story. We were waiting for her to recover from the shock, but before she did and regained her strength of heart, a poison got into her and spread all throughout her body. When you're sick and have a weakened immune system, it's easy to get another disease, just like that. That's it. Rena's just sick right now. When you're very sick in bed with a high fever, you sometimes feel like you might die from it. Most of the time, you're just overreacting. You get better soon if you take a medicine, eat healthy food, and sleep a lot. That's how she is right now. She caught a mental cold, that's all. She needs to get better soon, or she might get caught by the police. I passed several patrol cars on my way. I hid every time I saw one, since I didn't want to be questioned. I was probably passed by them twice. When I came close to Rena's house, I saw a car parked near the gate, and it was obviously watching her house, trying to capture her when she'd arrived home. Mian ordered the Sonozaki family to find Rena to protect her from the police, but honestly, I'm not sure if they can. After all, Rena believes that the Sonozaki family is after her, but if they don't find her, the police will eventually. If that happens, all of us who helped her bury the corpses will be caught by the police in the end. I don't know how or why the police came to suspect her. I think they only have some circumstantial evidence. I don't think they know she did it for sure. But since they're looking everywhere for her now, they must have some kind of reliable evidence. Rena, come on! You don't have time to play around with Creepy-san's scrapbooks right now. The police are after you. It was so dark that I couldn't be sure if she was down there. But I made up my mind and headed down the slope, carefully shining my flashlight to light the way. I wanted to loudly call out Rena's name, but there might be some policemen nearby looking for her. I walked around a trash pile, and then I saw a light. It was Rena. I ran towards her hideout, kicking aside the trash in my way. Rena was standing right in front of her hideout, holding a hatchet.
Oh, no.
I couldn't blame her.
Oh no.
She must have noticed all the noise I'd made coming down the slope.
Oh no, it's creepy, Rena.
Oh, God.
Rena, it's me. Oh.
Keiichi-kun? I sure have a lot of visitors tonight.
Who else is here?
I shone my flashlight around, but I didn't see anybody else.
I'm leaving because it's not safe here anymore. I don't want you to know I'm going, so please don't follow me.
Rena? What happened to your neck? You're bleeding.
I'm okay. They might come back again, though.
Rena's neck was all red. Looked like she had some kind of skin disease on her neck. She probably couldn't bear the itchiness and scratched at it really hard.
You need to do more than just wipe it with a towel. Come to my house. You need to clean it up.
Don't worry about it. It isn't an injury. And it's too late anyway.
Too late? What do you mean?
They must have put the drug in my food without me realizing it. It's the drug that killed Hot Photographer's son. They probably used a syringe to inject him with the drug, but they changed their methods with mine. I think they put it in someone's lunch. You remember Michan gave out a piece of her omelet to everybody the other day at lunch, don't you? She must have put it in the omelet. She's smart. She used a slow-acting drug this time. Damn it!
Rena kicked the dirt with hatred. She was almost literally kicking Mion's goodwill to the curb.
Hey, Rena. Are you seriously saying that Mion would do such a thing?
Rena looked stunned and she stared straight at me. I noticed a slight accusation in her eyes. I can tell by looking into her eyes that she wants to say, "What are you talking about? I already told you that the Sonozaki family is the mastermind behind the conspiracy."
First of all, Mion
No,
didn't give out her
that's...
omelet.
It's Rena.
Oh, is it?
I think it's Rena
it?
because, like...
Well, I guess we'll find out.
First of all, Mion didn't give out her omelet to everybody that day.
Mion cut her omelet into 5 pieces and she told us to take one if we wanted. Rena took the end piece of the omelet before anybody else took one. She said it looked cute and ate it right there.
No, it was Keiichi.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's not what happened. Michan tried to make me eat the omelet because she put a drug in it.
Rena, stop interpreting everything so conveniently. Mion just put the 5 pieces of the omelet onto the lid of her lunchbox.
No, she didn't. She gave out each piece to every one of us.
Rena, think about it. Have we ever done something like that before? We usually take whatever we like from everybody else's lunch. Nobody has ever said something like, "This is your piece, so take this," or "This is her piece, so don't take that." You know?
She looked at me with that accusation in her eyes. To Rena, everything that comes out of my mouth must sound like a lie. To her, it's a fact that she was poisoned. She knows for sure that the drug was in the omelet. That's why she's contradicting me, because I'm saying something different. I didn't come here to make her mad. I realized that disagreeing with her would only escalate her anger, so I decided not to.
Anyway, you said this place isn't safe anymore. Where are you going to go then?
Well, I'll find somewhere.
It's not that easy to find a place to sleep. Why don't you come to my house?
I appreciate your offer, but I can't do that. The Sonozaki family is looking for me everywhere in the village. I don't think you betrayed me, but I don't think you can hide me from them either.
It's not the Sonozaki family who are looking for you. It's the police.
That's not true, Keiji. It's
Technically, it's both of them.
Exactly.
Everybody's looking for you. You've ran away from home. What? Why? Akep-san is on my side. And I told him to leave me alone. I don't think he's looking for me.
I think they know that you killed Rina and Tepe.
Oh my god!
Oh. I see.
I was relieved that we were finally on the same page, but I realized I was wrong right away when she laughed in self-derision.
Do you know how the police found out that I killed them?
No, I have no idea.
Nobody saw her killing them. Nobody saw us burying the corpses. We buried them deep in the mountains and we camouflaged the spot perfectly. Plus, Mion moved them to a secret place afterwards. So it's impossible that the corpses would be found.
I went there this evening. I went there to check the spot where we buried them. Guess what I found?
That didn't sound good. Of course, Rena has no idea that Mion took care of the corpses. She'd think the corpses were still buried there.
They weren't there. The corpses. Somebody dug them out and carried them somewhere else.
Rena, that's because,
It's impossible that someone happened to dig them up. I chose the place. So the only people who knew where the place are me and my friends who were there.
Oh god, Keiichi.
that's right. Well, the thing is,
I know who did it. It's Michan. They didn't want me to work with the police. They needed to have some insurance. But I didn't think they would use the police to find me. I guess they don't care how it looks anymore as long as I'm captured.
come on, do you really think Mion would do such a thing?
He did! Michan sold me out!
No, she didn't. Mion is your friend. We're all on your side no matter what happens. Even if the whole world turned against you, we'd still be on your side. Even if the whole ocean evaporated, Mion would never sell you out.
I don't understand why you're defending her.
It's just the opposite. I don't know why you're doubting her.
That's simple. Creepy-san revealed the existence of a conspiracy to me, and the fanatics are...
Shut up! Shut up! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you like that. I apologize. So please listen to me. The corpses are gone because Mion dug them out.
See? I told you!
Listen to me until I finish! Okay? Mion dug them out because she found out that the place isn't going to be safe for much longer. There's a logging project scheduled to begin on that mountain this summer. That was why! That's why she dug them out, to save you from being caught.
Rena laughed at me like I was stupid or something. I could tell she didn't understand anything I was saying.
You get it? Michan made that up. She
Oh,
just
shit.
wants to look good while you're around. She's a dirty bitch!
Wow.
Damn. Okay. Hey! What was she supposed to do? Are you saying that she should have left the corpses there, knowing the Forestry Service would find them this summer? She couldn't do that because she's your friend.
Why can't you understand that Michan made everything up, including the logging project?
You're the one who doesn't understand anything.
After I yelled at her, she gave me an icy look. She stared into my eyes, as if trying to find out what I came here for.
I came here to wake you up. You're possessed by an impossible delusion because of Creepy Sun's scrapbooks. First, I thought it was interesting. This is getting way out of hand. You know why? It's because they're making you sick.
Oh. The girl who looked like Rika-chan told me the same thing. You're actually right about that. I mean, I do have the maggot disease, so...
No, you don't understand. Listen to me very carefully. You need to lie down and rest for a while, okay? Be a lot safer to stay at Mion's house. She can protect you from the police. But if you don't trust her, you can stay at my place. Either way, it's not good for you to stay somewhere uncomfortable like this. Let's just go to my house for now. We'll have some cold tea together. It'll cool your fever down. Then you'll realize how crazy all this was.
What are you talking about, Keiichi-kun? Are you saying that I'm crazy? I'm not crazy, you are! You don't know it, but you're just being controlled by the parasite.
I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Especially you, Nappa.
Keiji-kun, you think that you have nothing to do with it, but you're one of the victims. You just don't realize it. I'm not blaming you for that. I can save you. I can save everybody. So please just trust me for now.
You think we're all crazy. You think everybody in this village is crazy, and you're not. Is that what you're saying?
God.
Girl,
I mean, yeah, that's
you
kind of what
are.
she's saying.
If everybody in this
G4,
village
thank you.
has
Hydrating.
the parasite,
Hi.
you definitely have the parasite too.
Yeah.
No,
Bitch has been
remember,
here for a
every
lot
once
less
in a while
time than you have.
there's a wise rat that, you know, just happens to know that they're captured.
Ah, Master Splinter.
Ah, yes.
It might even be spreading outside of Hinamizawa. Well, they may have already spread it as far as Shishibone City. Or to the entire prefecture. I really am the only one who isn't crazy. I know that. Thanks to Creepy-san scrapbooks. I thought you understood that too.
Wait a second, Rena. You're saying everybody in the world is crazy except you. That's the same thing as saying you're the only one who's crazy. The world hasn't changed. Nobody is crazy. Nobody is your enemy. If you ask me, it's crazy to believe that you're the only one in this world who isn't crazy and that everybody in this world is your enemy. In short, your only enemy is yourself.
I feel sorry for you, Keiichi-kun. But it's okay. It's not that easy to accept the facts that Creepy-san discovered. Even if she wasn't sure about them. So I understand that you can't accept the truth. That's why I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight to save everybody. I'll beat them down and make them stop controlling you.
Rena, that's stupid. That's just idiotic. You feel sorry for me? You're stupid. Why don't you understand? Why do you still believe a crazy, stupid story like this? You're just interpreting everything to suit your convenience.
They've replacements for Creepy-san, Riga-chan, and me. They'll replace me after I'm killed.
What? Replacements? Are you seriously saying that?
You know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. I haven't told you this yet. The true identity of the parasite is aliens.
Aliens?
Oyashiro-sama is also an alien. The description of his descent from the sky matches with alien theories from all over the world. Whenever a great civilization flourished, it was always aliens who had accomplished it. They have advanced knowledge. They came to Earth to help the immature humans evolve.
You literally learned that Oyashiro-san was a doctor or some shit.
Yeah, what?
Hey, wait just a minute. You must be kidding, right, Rena? The parasite theory was interesting, but aliens? Come on, it's just nonsense. Rena believes this theory so seriously, and she feels sorry for me because I can't accept it.
They've been controlling the community by living as parasites in human bodies. But sometimes someone with sharp intuition comes along and tries to reveal the truth. But they get rid of them in order to maintain the control of the community. They sometimes kidnap those people with sharp intuition and put a piece of metal in their bodies to gain control over them. When that doesn't work, they replace those people with their copies.
This is continuing, Rena.
Oh, okay. They made a copy of me and Creepy-san. They made a copy of me too. Rikacho's copy just came by a few minutes ago. I talked to it. It admitted that it came from space. It
That's
told
not
me that
true.
the end of the world is coming soon. And it laughed at me, saying I should struggle as much as I want. I'm going to fight. I'm not going to let them domesticate our species. I'll never ever...
You're so stupid! I stepped towards Rena and slapped her in the face. I was hoping it would return her to sanity.
Wake up! Rena, did you forget? It happened here. Just a few days ago. We all took each other's hands here, didn't we? And we promised we'd be a family made of friends forever. It was actually very sweet.
Rena played with her wrist. She didn't interrupt, so I continued.
You're seriously saying that aliens are controlling the Earth? I'll believe you. Even if everybody in this world didn't, I would. Because I'm your friend, and I'm on your side no matter what. But I want you to listen to me too. I want you to listen to me because I'm your friend. Creepy-san made up all the stories in the notebooks. It's true. Creepy-san was an occult maniac. She enjoyed interpreting the old history of Hinamizawa any way she wanted it. She made up ridiculous stories out of it, and she read them to people for fun. So the parasite story isn't the only one she made up. There are stories about UFOs, some kind of creatures from the underworld, and many other things. So the one you read in the scrapbooks was just a new story she made up recently. Don't you remember that she liked to make fun of people? She was just making fun of you because you took her story so seriously.
It was just a story she made up. Why was she killed? Her autopsy report said she'd been dead for 24 hours when she was found. But she was there at the festival. Why? How are you going to explain the cause of photographer's death? What about the Sonozaki family? What about the legend of Hinamizawa? What about Urashiro-sama and Rika-chan? Are you saying that everything is made up? Are you saying the whole world is lying to us?
Stop making connections between everything. It's a typical symptom of paranoia. Don't think so hard. You're just tired. I think you need to rest. All I'm going to do is offer you a place to relax, a bed, and food. You can't trust my food. You don't have to eat it. Eat whatever you have. Anyway, please just trust me for now.
The story makes more sense than yours. Evidence to prove it. But all you're saying is that I should trust you?
Do
Isn't
you?
it obvious who is right?
Yes, it is obvious. Me. I'm right.
How can you be so sure?
It's easy. It's because I'm your friend. Friends never betray one another. Friends always help each other. So you have to believe I'm right, even when the world says I'm wrong. Because I'm your friend.
I heard a thud. Rena dropped the hatchet. She staggered, holding her head in her
She was
hands.
holding that.
She was muttering something, and it looked like she was asking herself questions. He wants me to trust him, but he has no evidence to prove he's right. He's being absurd. Or maybe he's right and I'm wrong. Am I really just misunderstanding everything? It would be wonderful if that was true. I wished it was wrong. I was wrong so many times. I wish Creepy-san's scrapbooks are nothing but a bunch of stories and the parasite doesn't exist. Some coincidences happened to connect it together and I interpreted them the wrong way. I really wish that was the case. Don't give up, Ren Ryugu. Be cool, Ren Ryugu. This guy has poison in his words. He's trying to take advantage of my weakness. Everything is too obvious not to believe. It's obvious that the aliens have been trying to invade the Earth, using this village as their base ever since it was called Onigafuchi. Keiichi-kun is a victim who's being controlled by them. He's just a victim! But when he grabbed my wrist really hard on that day, I could tell his intentions were true. I still remember the strength of his grip on my wrist. He tried to save me, his friend. I got lost in this crazy delusional maze many times. I prayed over and over that somebody would help me. And now my prayers are answered and Keiichi-kun is reaching for my hand again. But don't forget, Ren Ryugu. This guy says he's your friend, but he hasn't told you everything about himself. Don't you remember? Akep-san told you about it. He told me about what he found out. I couldn't trust my friends, so Akep checked on everybody, including Keiichi-kun. That's why I know about what he did before he moved here. He looks like he's a good guy on the outside, but he's crazy on the inside. I can't trust him. I shouldn't trust him.
Ooh, are we finally going to get an explanation for the very first scene of the game?
So what? I don't care who he was before he moved here. I did many bad things in Ibaraki, too. I did many unforgivable things. I hurt my friends really badly, broke the windows at the school, and was suspended. I was just a very bad girl. Did he treat me differently because of that? No, he didn't. Ren Ryugu's Ren Ryugu. He'll forgive me because it was Ren Ryugu who did all those bad things. Reina Ryugu who did all those bad things in Ibaraki. He He won't forgive me. I should know better. Keiichi Maibara believes that I'm a kind of modest girl because he doesn't know Reina. If he found out about Reina, what would he do? He wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't be scared of me. Reina's Reina. Reina is a different girl. That same goes with Keiichi-kun. I don't care who he was before he moved here. We're even.
Are you okay, Rena?
Don't touch me.
Reina knocked my hand aside when I reached for her.
You keep saying that you're my friend. You want me to trust you because of that. You want me to believe that you're right even when the world says you're wrong. Are you out of your mind? This is more delusional than anything else.
I don't care what you say. I'm your friend. Everything I say for your sake. Don't doubt me. I know I'm right.
You know what this reminds me of? This entire
What's
scene,
that?
I'm pretty sure it was the probably like one of the what's the word for it? Shit. Inspirations for the scene in the other game, Doki Doki. I know what's best for you. I know what's best for you, Sayori.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Really? Then can I ask you something?
Yes. Anything.
Friends, don't keep secrets from one another, right?
Of course. I'm not hiding anything from you.
You're lying.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
What's so funny?
Keiichi-kun, you think you keep a secret from me, do you? I know everything. I know what you did before you moved here. I know.
I felt as if my entire body was covered in frosty needles. My body and mind froze all of a sudden. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. How come she knows about that?
Tell us about it. Don't do this to us. I asked ACAB-san to check on everybody. Everybody. That's why I know what you did before you came here.
I want this to be really... I know it won't be, but I really want this to be something mundane, like, I don't know, he peed his pants in class or something, and Keiichi's just really self-conscious about it. I know it won't be, but... Stop it. Got it all wrong.
Oh.
What?
You only targeted little girls. I have to tell Satoga-chan and Rika-chan about it. I can't believe a dangerous person like you was near us the whole time.
What?
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't like that. It just turned out that way. What?
A series of attacks on school kids. Bravo! As a strong impact of the serious and mysterious death of Hinamizawa.
No, it wasn't like that.
It wasn't like what? You shot little kids with a BB gun when they were walking alone on deserted streets. What a horrifying incident. You instilled fear into the whole city for a while. Members of the PTA had to watch the kids at every street corner when they were walked between home and school. You shot one of the girls in her eyes, and she was badly injured. Fortunately, the damage wasn't permanent.
Okay, that's not great,
And you
but
only shot
that's...
little kids. How disgusting. What made you just enjoy it so much? You must have really enjoyed it because you continued to do it for a long time. But then, you turned yourself into the police, accompanied by your parents in a crisis of conscience. You couldn't even take responsibility for your actions on your own. Juvenile law was kind to you, wasn't it? It prevented your name from being disclosed to the public or the victims. I bet your father spent a lot of money to protect you. He paid a lot of compensation and settled the case out of court. And he had you placed on probation. After the case cooled down, he used the power of money once again to move far away from the city. Everything is solved, right? Oh, you're lucky your father's so rich.
No, it wasn't like that.
Why didn't you tell us about it? You told me that you did nothing but study at your previous school.
Why are you so far away? You sound quieter suddenly.
Yeah, you do.
Because technology sucks.
Oh, that's
Apparently.
not great for KG, but that's much better than what I thought it was going to go after. You targeted little girls, didn't you?
God, yeah, no.
Jesus Christ.
Why didn't you tell us about it? You
That's
told me
better.
that you did nothing but study at your previous school. Why did you lie like that?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie.
I thought friends didn't keep secrets from one another, right? So that makes you not my friend.
The blades of her words hit hard, and they made my eyes bleed. The blood was clear and it tasted salty.
I can't trust you because of what you did in the past. Don't you ever think you could hide it from me?
I remember how deeply I regretted it. I couldn't regret enough. I wanted to forget it, but I couldn't. I made a stupid mistake. Why does she have to bring it up right now? I apologized and accepted everything, and I moved here to put it behind me. I wanted to have a fresh start in Hinamizawa. I swore to myself to live a clean life from then on. Everything is ruined now. I'll be a criminal, no matter where I go. I was stressed out with my exam studies. I was frustrated. I randomly shot people. I didn't care if it was girls or kids. Oh, why did I do something so stupid? There was no reason. I had no reason to do that. I just wanted to get someone's attention. I didn't have the courage to tell my parents that I didn't want to study, so I just wanted somebody to scold me, so I used a childish way to get attention. I regret what I did. I swear I'll never do something that stupid again. If I do it again, they can send me to the chair. If there was something I could do to be completely forgiven, I'd do it, no matter what it was. But no matter how deeply I regret it, and no matter how long I atone for my sin, I'll never be forgiven. That's why I wanted to sweep the whole thing under the carpet and have a fresh start. I have nothing to say if somebody tells me that forgetting my sin is an act of cowardice. Sins are sins. You can't just get rid of them. You have to carry them for the rest of your life. I know that's the fate of a sinner. If you don't want to live like that, don't be a sinner. I understand that logic too. But then, how are sinners supposed to live?
Anyway, you're not my friend. I'm not going to take orders from someone who isn't my friend. I need you to leave me alone for a while, okay?
I didn't notice until she spoke that I was on my knees, hanging my head. Rena picked up the hatchet she dropped earlier. I wanted her to hit my head with it. Yeah, that's right. If anything's going to be torn apart, I'd rather it be my body. Compared to the pain of my heart being torn to shreds, I'd rather she cut my head off. I believed it. I still believe it. I still believe it right at this moment. I believe that I'm their friend. But in fact, I'm starting to become aware of it. I want to believe I am their friend because I don't want to accept my past. I'm trying to tell myself that, but I feel stupid crying like this. My face is all messy with tears. I was never their friend. I'm a sinner, and I hid my past from them. I hid it because I was scared. I told her that friends don't hide anything from another, and I hid my past from them. I hid my sin from them. My past has nothing to do with how I live my life here. If I ever attacked a kid in this village just because I was frustrated, I wouldn't mind if they killed me and cut me into pieces. But I'll never do anything like that again. I just want to live normally. What I did before I moved here has nothing to do with my life now. For instance, Rena moved here too. I wouldn't change the way I see her, even if I found out she did something bad before she moved here. Right? I wouldn't, would I? I mean, even if Rena beat some of her friends or broke all the windows of her school, I wouldn't care because it happened in Ibaraki. She didn't do that in Hinamizawa. Rena's Rena. She's my best friend. She also killed 2 people in Hinamizawa. But,
Details.
yeah, that's why I wouldn't see her differently, even if I found out about her past. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I'd keep a distance from her if I found out that she really did such things. I'd be scared of her. I wouldn't try to listen to her. Why? It's just a rumor. Why would I be scared of her? She's my best friend. If I was in her situation, would I reject her just like she did? So Rena's rejection of me was completely natural. Then what am I supposed to do? I was the only one crying. Rena wasn't crying. She looked at me as if she was looking at something dirty. After giving me a nasty look, she disappeared into the darkness. Rena didn't forgive me. There was nothing I could do to atone for my sin but to keep crying, still down on my knees. God damn.
Yikes.
God damn.
Oh? Do we get more information?
I just want to live normally. Achievement unlocked. Somebody else want this one?
I can take it unless you want it, David.
Sure.
How about?
I don't remember how many years ago it was. There was this beautiful village surrounded by nature. But the village was going to be submerged in water because of a new dam project, and the villagers protested against it en masse. They held a sightseeing tour so people from other places could enjoy the local beauty. I joined the tour out of simple curiosity. I wanted to take a look at the nature that might sink under the water. But when I got there, the place took my breath away. The air was so clean and clear, and the landscape was beautiful beyond words. Since then, I was hooked on the inspiring nature of the place. I fell in love with the village so much that I was very glad when I heard that the dam project was cancelled. That village is where I'm building our new house. When I visited there, I found a beautiful field of wildflowers.
And I destroyed most of it for my mansion.
I saw 2 cute girls playing in that field. Both of them were very beautiful with long straight hair. They were probably neighbors or best friends. I still remember. I don't like where this is going.
Sure.
I don't like where this is going.
No,
So I'm not going to say any of that.
that.
They were running around in the field like they were dancing. I asked them if the field was their playground. They said they were playing in hopes that newcomers would move to the village. And then I saw a sign saying, "Lot for sale." That was when I began to think it might be a great place to live. There was nothing here, and things are a bit inconvenient compared to life in the city. But I sincerely believed this was the best place for us to start a new life together as a family. A lot of things happened back in the city, but the past is the past. It's best that we move on. We learn from our mistakes, and I hope we can start a new, more ideal life in this village. Keiichi, I hope you'll grow to love it here as much as I do. You do? I'm happy to hear that. I'm also happy that we've been doing a lot better as a family since we moved here. Back in the city, we were far from close. So I'm truly happy that we're able to start from scratch. Now that I come to think about it, I've never had a chance to have a conversation with you like this before. That's kind of sad. Oh, Keiichi, do you know any 2 beautiful girls with long straight hair in your school? I think they're a lot younger than you. Okay. One has short hair. Don't think they're the ones I saw. Wanna know why I asked? It was.
No.
No. No. Yeah, yes, hit him,
Motherfucker.
hit him.
Very good, Keiichi. Punch
Good
your
job,
dad.
Keiichi.
God damn.
Okay.
We almost went through a session without
Almost.
perviness.
Almost. God damn. Well, yeah. So, yeah. How about that? Rena's crazy. Keiichi also has a bad past.
I mean, it makes sense with everybody else having a creepy bad past. You know, he needed one too.
I mean, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stressed out. And I don't think he can blame it on on going crazy from parasites, apparently. Because he wasn't from Hinamizawa.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, that's a... Yeah. I don't know. That's a much less bad thing than I was expecting for Keiichi's tragic past. Especially because, like, the thing we got in the beginning of the first episode, I don't remember super well, but I remember thinking that it sounded like he was mourning somebody. Like somebody had died.
Mm.
Which they may well have. Who knows, but...
Yeah. So yeah, he could have killed somebody or maimed them.
I mean, didn't they say there's someone got
Yeah,
hurt
she specified
badly,
no,
but
no permanent injury.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got hit in the eye. They could have lost an eye.
Yes, but
Yeah.
everybody healed.
Mm-hmm. God damn. But oh god, so much error, so much omniscient audience, so much so much
this was painful.
miscommunication and misinterpretation. It does not help when there's paranoia involved.
Oh yeah.
No.
I hate that so much. Yeah. So yeah, we got through some more. We learned some more. We know that Rena is having a crisis, but then Keiichi not explaining himself fucked that up. Like, Rena, come on. Like, even if he didn't tell you shit, he helped you hide a body.
Yeah.
Like... God, So yeah. But you guys have been doing some theorizing. That's good. It's very good. And I guess more info, and we'll see. I guess how things go with Rena next time. You both around next week?
Yeah, should be.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay then. And we will most probably be back next week. So thank you all so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed. Even though, oh god, it's getting dark again, and we have like creepy Rika, and yeah, and so who can we send a quick raid to? Let's see. There's a lot of people on. My friend Ava's doing some Dungeons and Dragons. So I'll send you her way. Hope you all enjoy. Send some love from me. Let me do this. Thank you again, David Kayla.
No
Of
problem.
course. Much
I'll
fun.
see you next time. So, until then, friends, I should be back, I guess. I have rehearsal, technically, or I have, like, maiden stuff to do tomorrow. So, I will be back on Tuesday for Lying Fork Inn. So, until then, you all stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Bye!
I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be in whatever's treasure that's so shiny. I'm a badass asexual polyhedral